Niners! Fam, iron sharpening iron. This is pretty much the bottom line going on out there in camp right now. But the daily reports from 49ers training camp since the pads went on are pretty much to be expected. I think we go through this every year. This is why I haven't reacted one way or the other to it. The defense only added to an already well-established tough unit. So they pretty much know what they want to do, how they're going to go about doing it. And each every guy on that squad, pretty much except for the new guys, knows what they're doing, and that's a lot of them. But the offense has to adjust to a few areas before they'll look as expected for 2022. Wide back Deebo Samuel. I think he likes that title now. You heard about what he said, right? Man, I ain't never said nothing about what I ain't. Yeah, I'm not. You heard what I said during the. I said, you know what? That's why I said, when the media starts talking, just take it with a grain of salt. He wasn't out there complaining that if you're going to make me carry the ball, I need extra money. That was them creating stuff for you to go, ooh, click, ooh, clicks. Deebo's not worried about that. In fact, he gave him some incentives. So if you want to, for every carry or whatever you do extra, you're going to get extra money. Deebo stands to make over $1 million extra if he continues to be diverse out there as he has been. Shut up, media. But tonight, I tell you, and by the way, quarterback, Deebo also likes what he sees in Trey, of course, as is Trent Williams and the entire team for that matter. Tonight, taking your calls after going over some of the Day 6 media details, including some of the rhetoric coming from the 49ers Alpha Dogs. Let's jump right into it. Just to reiterate the leadership role T. Lance has been embracing since the 2021 season end. During the offseason, Mrs. Lance's baby boy was just as curious about the Deebo situation as you and I were, and everyone else, especially after the rift grew so big that Samuel requested to be traded in April. And you know what? Deebo still's not taking that back. I mean, he's already signed with the 49ers, of course, but he's not saying that I never said that during that course of time. I guess he did. And there's one thing the media got right. Okay, fine. Deebo shared with reporters on earlier today his first public discussions with the media since the week leading to the Super Bowl of last season. Saying, quote, he was definitely calling here. He's talking about Trey. He said he was definitely oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. He was definitely calling here, and they're like, yo, Deebo, how you doing? And I'm good, bro. He's like, what's going on? I was like, bro, we'll figure it out whenever we figure it out. We'll be back at work, unquote. You'll remember Deebo was around the Niners mandatory minicamp in June. He didn't participate in team activities because that would connect with him also saying that, I didn't rescind my wanting to be traded off. If they didn't want to give me what I wanted is what he was probably thinking. And I'm not saying that was what he was thinking. I'm thinking he's probably thinking, if they're not going to trade me, then I ain't going to go out here and get hurt. So he reported on time for training camp, though, last week, spending most of the time working on conditioning on the side. After officially signing his deal, Deebo finally practiced with his teammates for the first time, and that was just yesterday. We've all heard about the ups and downs for T. Lance in training camp, which doesn't come as any big surprise to Deebo. That has more to do with what Lance is facing each day than his ability. See, this is why, even in the years gone by, I say, you know what, we jump on the quarterback and everybody else out there for every little mistake, as if the defense was standing out there just, hey, guys, do whatever you want to do. It's all right. So now Deebo has already formed an opinion during the short time he's had to haul in passes this offseason for TL, and is quoted saying he's getting smarter by the day. I don't think he realized that we do have the best defense in the league, and it's going to be hard to complete the ball. Nothing is going to be on time right now in practice because our D-line is amazing, but we're figuring out ways to figure it out, unquote. That's the reality of that situation. But the good thing about that is, as I mentioned earlier, if that D-line, if that defense is going to be that hard on our offense. That's going to make our offense even better. And when they see anybody less, they should just eat. So this is to be appreciated. Because one thing you do not want is you don't want a defense to be just wimps out there. That would be, and remember, we were saying, in years gone by, we were saying, I don't know which is worse, man. Is my offense doing great, my defense is doing bad, or is my defense doing great and my offense is doing bad? No. You know what? I've come to a conclusion. The better the defense is, the better the team's going to be overall. Why? Because they're going to make your offense better. And next, that means the teams they're going to play down through the regular season, oh, they have no idea what's about to hit them. Good. Trent Williams told NFL Network Steve Mariucci and Michael Yam after today's practice, quote, he's given everybody confidence. We'll continue with Trey. He's given everybody confidence in his ability and his poise, the way he commands the huddle. I say all the time that I'm impressed that he doesn't make the same mistake twice. And I think from a young quarterback, that's all you can ask for because they're going to make mistakes, and that's part of the learning curve. But if he's not repeating those mistakes, I think we can be better as a team, and that's what he's showing us, and that's why we're confident in him, unquote. Coach Kyle Shanahan joined NFL Network before practice, sharing how excited he is about Lance's potential to excel as a pocket passer and a running threat. Shanahan said, quote, that's what I like with Trey because I've seen both skill sets. I know he understands that he's got to work at both, and that's something him and I and the rest of the team will work through together. As for the playbook itself, there probably won't be too many differences in 2022. We're going to run our offense, but having the threat of a quarterback running might open up some other plays that you normally wouldn't have, unquote. Williams believes one of Lance's strengths is that he doesn't rely too much on his scrambling ability. Now, this was a question in the minds of a lot of us because normally your scrambler, especially coming right out of school, he knows he can do that, and he's probably going to resort to that more often than you want him to. I think we saw that a little bit in the last year when everybody thought that Kyle only scripted up a bunch of running plays for Trey. No, he didn't. There were some windows that opened, closed, and Trey missed them, so he did take off. Which is not bad because at that point in time, he hadn't had a lot of work that he needed to have with the first team and things like that. So that has changed dramatically since that time. T. Will is further quoted saying, it's a tool available to him, not a crutch on which he depends. He goes through his reads. You see him scramble out in practice because it's rush 4, drop 7, and those guys are amazing when it comes to playing that zone. See, our team is one of the few teams in the league that can rush 4 and drop back 7 and know that 4 are going to be complete hell up in front. Passing things off and kind of already knowing what's coming, to continue to quote Trent. To me, his hesitancy to bring the ball down and run gives me a lot of confidence because I know that the looks he's going to get in the game are going to be a lot cleaner. He sits in the pocket and he wants to make the right read. That's why I believe the franchise has handed it over to him, unquote. Oh, that's good stuff we're hearing now. Wide receiver Brandon Ayuk, of course, another player who joined NFL Network on Tuesday, believes the Niners offense will make leaps with Lance at quarterback. Ayuk added more praise, saying, quote, as you guys have seen the last couple of days, we've been taking a lot more shots down the field, trying to open it up a little bit more. And we do have the underneath stuff that we like to do. I think it's going to be a little bit more explosive and a lot more bigger plays. We've got extra time. It's hard for those DBs to cover for the 7, 8, 10 seconds. He can keep plays alive, and we've just got to just be able to be on the same page and roll with him when he does that, unquote. So everybody's mindset is starting to trend toward Lance football and that style, and that's what you're going to have. How fast they get into that mode is what's going to determine how we start the season. All-Pro Nick Bosa offered some insight into Lance from a defensive perspective. Bosa told NFL Network as he sat, did you see that? How uncomfortable did Nick look in that chair that was made for mere mortal men? I didn't realize how big Nick was until he sat in that little folding chair, sitting next to the rest of the guys, Mariucci, and company. I'm laughing because, damn, you guys didn't bring a special chair out there for Nick and Trent and guys like that. I mean, they look extremely uncomfortable. And then he started moving around. And Mary, don't do that. That chair's going to break down. Anyway, Nick is going to say it's been awesome watching him. I'm super excited for him. Obviously, there's a lot of questions until he plays in a game. But from what I've seen, he's making throws. He's competing. And I just like the way he works in the leadership for sure. Unquote. The biggest news for today's practice was the MMA matches between Brandon Ayuk and Fred Warner. The hell was that? We've heard about skirmishes in the past seasons, but Fred and Brandon, I heard they squared off and everything else. Hey, guys, you're on the same team. How serious are you about to get into that? Let's say it got to the point that Coach Shanahan had to put up the timeout signal on practice to chill out his team and remind them what the objective was of the day's workout. This is not a steel cage match, y'all. Cut it out. Get over these things. After that, he made them continue to work in a longer than usual session just for that. Y'all got all that extra energy? Let's work. Ayuk said in the incident's quote, a little friendly training camp scuffle. It's hot today. So temperature's flaring today, but it's football. Football season's here. The defense came out here with a great intensity the last couple of days, so we've got to wake the offense up one way or another, unquote. I kind of like that they, I'm seeing Fred and Brandon squaring off, getting ready. Like I said, man, come on, man. Stop. Guys, give me 100 push-ups and then get back in line. Come on now. At that point, you got to treat them like children. So, Fed, what are your thoughts on today's workout? You probably already, if you went through the notes and everything, you see what happened in the days gone by. Do you have any concerns or anything like that is what we want to talk about tonight. There's Barack O'Neill. Where you been? Dial up, messing with you. Yesterday was a problem. I had getting stuck with a lot of adult responsibilities. Let's go to the phones. And thank you, Brock. Hey, Cynthia, East Coast, Cynthia. Come on in, Cyn.
Ronbo!
How you doing? Absolutely fine. I'm loving what I'm reading. So, hopefully that all materializes into reality. But once we get these guys on the field and get them out there. Because I said, I'm not looking forward to Russell Wilson and people saying things like, look at that. Russell Wilson still's got papers on the 49ers. He came in there with another team. He could have came in there with anybody. He still would have beat the 49ers. See, I'm not ready for that, Cyn. But listen, what are you thinking?
So the Denver game is a little far off.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna beat them, but we'll see. But I tell you what I'm really excited about, and see, I like it when people work hard. I like it when people put in the work ahead of time. Now, Brandon Ayuk, he's balling out, okay? He put in time with Trey all off season, and it's paying off. Look at him. He's looking great.
And making acrobatic catches, beautiful catches. And have you noticed the number that's getting burnt out there? That's not just any clown or some guy that's going to get cut. I seen one on the jersey twice. That's J-Dub.
I know. And Jimmy Ward is no slouch.
Ain't that the truth?
He's been beating down Jimmy Ward for those catches. I mean, I'm just really excited about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I also get excited when Shanahan said that this is the best team that he's coached. That's what he said.
He built it.
Yeah. And so if you say that this is the best team that he's coached,
that's better than 2019, right?
In my mind, what goes back to our Super Bowl year 2019.
Yes.
Are you saying that this is a better team than that? Well, Ronbo, you know how I get. Maybe I ought to go buy. Where's the Super Bowl going to be at? Maybe I ought to go buy. I knew you was going to say that next to Arizona.
I said, watch Cynthia. I felt it coming here. She's getting ready to go ahead and make her reservation for the Super Bowl right now. Do it, Sid. It's good luck when you do that, I think. Because you made it in 2019. You went out there and got mad. You went out there when Harbaugh and company was out there. You had to go out and get mad. This time, I believe you won't have to go get mad.
No, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll come back happy and celebrating. So, if our coach says that this is the best team he's ever coached, I believe him. Why
He
wouldn't I
wouldn't say
believe
it, not Shanahan. He wouldn't say it unless he meant it.
Unless he meant it. I mean, Shanahan is a straight shooter, Ronbo.
I've noticed that.
Nothing else. He's a straight shooter. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what I see on what I hear about on the field and the pictures that I'm seeing from training camp. I am feeling a little better about the O-line. Apparently, they put Brunskill in at center today, and that worked out a little bit better. So we'll see how that goes, too. Because, for me, that was that was one of the areas of concern that I have. But, maybe they're just feeling their way out. We'll see how that plays out.
And so, here's the thing about the offensive line. It takes a minute for them to work. They're more like a basketball team, separate type of perspective from the rest of the unit. They've got to work together for a while to get used to each other's moves and know who's gonna if you're gonna move left, are you gonna jam right, jam? Well, they got to do a lot of things together for a little while before we're gonna see them probably look really good because they're all athletic guys. I'd say by week 3 or 4 they'll start to look a little bit more like what we want them to. In the first 2 or 3 games, it's gonna be touch and go. I'm already preparing my mind for that.
So they need time to gel. Is that it?
Absolutely. Offensive lines, that's the way they work. But we got McGlinchey. You got Trent on the other side. Everything between is what's got to figure out what's going to work best.
Well, we have to see how that is. And I'm excited about Trey. I hope he does well. I mean, I know he's got some rookie pains to go, not rookie because he's the second year, but, he's got some beginning pains to go through. And, I'm excited about it. I like what I see, and I hope to see more and better. So we'll see how that plays out.
And keep in mind, you can get confident because the fact is he's surrounded by so many talented guys that they're going to be able to tell him each and every moment what went wrong there. All right, Trey, you know what? We went through this in camp, man. Here's what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. And you got this, man. Come on now. Let's go. You got this. And that's going to keep him on point. I really think they can do that for him because he's a sharp kid. You can tell.
He is sharp. And just like you said earlier, he learns from his mistakes.
Yeah.
It's not like he makes the same mistakes all the time. So, I'm happy and looking forward to that. I'm optimistic. That's how I'm playing it.
and keep in mind, he's not going to see the hell he's seeing now from week 1 to week 17 because our defense is ridiculous. There's going to be a shutout this year by that defense. They are scary. And J-Dub, I got a feeling, I'm glad he's doing it because he's learned down through the years, don't be going out in practice playing like it's the playoffs. You cover the man, stay with him, make it difficult so he can learn things, but don't go out there busting butts so hard that you hurt yourself because we need him badly.
Well, but you know something, Ronbo? I have to give you credit. Over the years, you have always stuck up for him. Yeah. And back when we were calling him Jimmy Hospital Ward, you said, no, don't go there. And I really, really do appreciate your commentary on that because he is really a stellar player. And I'm really happy that we have him. And I'm glad he's learning how to balance his body and things like that. So that's all good, too.
Because he always had talent. I knew he had talent. He couldn't stay on the field. But I said, look, don't mistake him not being able to stay on the field with him being untalented. That's 2 different things. And I knew that
That's
was the
2
case.
different things.
Yes. Yeah. So
I agree with you. Well, listen, Ronbo, I'm so glad you let me have an opportunity to call in.
I'm glad you got in.
I don't get a chance to.
It's late.
I usually go to bed early. I hold up my toothpicks to stay on your show. But
I got to stop making you do that too. We got to get it earlier. Sometimes I get pulled away in directions I can't get way out of. But that's going to stop, son. We get you there earlier sooner.
Well, I'm all the way on the East Coast and everybody
Baltimore.
else is in California. So yeah. Well, right now I'm in Ocean City, Maryland, chilling at the beach. So, yeah.
Right,
but anyway, thank you for letting me come in, and I'll be checking on you. And if I buy my hotel tickets for the Super Bowl, I will let you know.
Yes. Looking forward to that. So that's a good omen. All right. You have a great night.
Okay.
I'll see you as soon as you got time for us. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Ronbo. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Said bye. And Robert Slavin says our offense is going against the number one defense in the NFL. And boy, they're feeling it too. But like I say, that's going to make it really tough. Where's Michael? See, the Chicago defense is probably going to, Trey's going to play. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. Oh, my. Oh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which dude am I going to throw this to? Bam. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ronbo.
Ryan. Well, Ryan, we're building our confidence up here tonight. I tell you, man, because we need to realize that defense is ferocious, and some of the highlights plays we're seeing should be measured above whatever you're thinking. When you see the 49ers make a great highlight play, that play was hard-earned, and they got it. So we need to look at it that way.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, man, I'm not surprised. Going back to last year, taking into consideration, we had a lot of injuries, in that secondary. Before the season even started, what's his name? Tavarius Moore, he was injured.
Yep.
And also Jason Verrett was injured the first game of the season. So you just got to look at it this way. They only had one way to go, which was up, because we didn't lose anybody. And, you add Tavarius Ward to the mix. And from what I'm hearing from Grant Cohn, he obviously rubs people the wrong way. But one thing you can't take away from him is that he is on the field every day. So he's actually down there, when nobody else is. So I do respect that. I will say it like this. A lot of people were obviously discouraged this past week because Trey Lance didn't have his best outing against that vaunted defense. But this is the way I see it. The 49ers defense has given problems to Super Bowl quarterback after Super Bowl quarterback, whether they be Matthew Stafford, whether they be Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson,
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow. The list goes on and on and on. So you got to be realistic. A guy who's in his first year as a starter, on a realistic, this is the way I look at it. From a realistic perspective, in a 5-day practice scenario, if he has 2 good days, one mediocre day and maybe 2 not so good days, that's what we're going to have to realistically expect, because this defense has a legitimate claim to the top defense in all of football, especially going back to last season. They gave up an average of only 16 points in the playoffs against number 1 ranked Dallas Cowboys. They against the number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers
and
the eventual Super Bowl champions. Exactly. So the way I see it, this is the best defense for Trey Lance. Because of that reason, it's the best defense for him to practice against, because they're just so talented. They got superstars at every level of that defense. So if we could just stay, I'm really more, if we could just stay healthy, we could legitimately go to the Super Bowl. Because you got to look at it this way. Who do you really see any other team in this whole entire conference that's the equivalency of, let's say, the 2013 Seahawks? I really don't see outside of,
Ryan, the thing is, every year there's a surprise team that comes out playing better than call over their head, right? Those teams, but like you're saying though, as you look at the conference, it's not that tough. Now Brady's over there waiting and chomping at the bit to let everybody know. You guys think I'm too old to play football? Well, I got news for you. Let's go. And he's going to be tough, and we got to play him this year. And that's going to be the litmus test for the 49ers. I forget which week we play them in, but that's going to be the thing, because Brady and the guys he's got, those are polished veterans. They've been there. They've done that. That's going to be one of the better tests. I still think the Denver Broncos are going to be a pain in the butt because of Wilson being over there and how he's going to be able to work with his staff to say what the 49ers like to do and this and that. There is some disadvantages there for us, but we still should be able to play that. If we stick to our game, I still think it's going to be tough for anybody to beat the 49ers.
You got that right. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more, man. So, yeah, I think they play against Tampa Bay like somewhere in the middle, like week 6 or 7 or something like that.
That's going to be
But
and look out for Miami.
I
don't know what the Dolphins. I have no idea. I can't get I just can't get a fix on what they would be like.
I think they're going to be competitive. I really do. I mean,
they got a good defense.
8-9 last year. Yeah. And they got those speedsters, man. They got the fastest team in the NFL. They got Mostert, they got Tyreek Hill, and they got Jalen Waddle. So that's some speed. But I think our secondary has been shutting guys down in practice. That 4-3 guys like Danny Gray and whoever else. So.
Yeah, people
like
talking bad about Danny because they couldn't see him get loose. No, Danny had a day today, though. I think today was today had a day. Yeah. So.
Yeah, receivers. A lot of receivers, man, they just take time. And Jerry Rice, it took him a couple of years or so to get it.
First year. So. Oh yeah, especially speedsters.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Ryan, I haven't heard from you in such a long time. Good. And we're. I think I'm gonna be back tomorrow because I missed yesterday, so I'm gonna have to start coming in on Wednesdays too. We always did, though. All right, right?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do it again.
Hopefully. Yeah, great to hear from you, too. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
All right, you too. All right, bye.
And we move out towards 615 area code. You're in Tennessee. Hello, Tennessee. Tennessee. And this time it can't be nice.
In attendance.
Wait, what is your name?
The dozens and dozens listening on the phone.
The dozens?
Hello, let's get ready to Ronbo!
Wait a minute, isn't that Papa Dragon?
No, this isn't Papa Dragon. No, this isn't Papa Dragon.
It sounds like Mama Dragon now.
But of course it's me. It's me.
Papa, you...
Many of my burner phones.
Oh, I was going to say, Pop's incognito tonight. Pop, get on in here, man, and reflect some light on the current situation. Because I'm more highlight reels I see, the more my confidence is building. I'm listening to what's being said. The confidence is just overflowing. I'm starting to feel real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But that defense is providing their own theater. I mean, Fred went and hit somebody so hard that Brandon Ayuk sprinted across the field. Wait a minute, man! You must have lost your mind. Whoa!
In this corner, standing at 6'3", 240 pounds, the heavyweight champion of the defense, Fred Warner. And in this corner, the quiet assassin, the best friend of the quarterback.
Yes.
Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, it's I got a whole lot of love for that situation.
Is it funny?
I love a nasty leader on defense that just gets on everybody's nerves. I love that, man.
But Pop,
I love Brad
I don't want
Warner.
him leveling wide receivers. Fred must know. Well, he ain't gonna make this team anyway.
Hey, you know what's funny? That's what I'm saying.
But that's cold. Brandon didn't have none of it.
Now, first of all, Fred's not stupid. He didn't level somebody that was going to make the team. That's number one, because he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He ain't going to level Deebo because he's going to be fighting all night.
With Coach and everybody else, exactly.
Exactly. He's not going to level Ayuk because he's going to get in trouble with the coach and Trey Lance.
Or Fred.
Yep. And
or George.
And he's not going to level Kittle because Kittle's going to be like, yes. Come on.
I know. Give me more. It's the best you can do. And he'll be laughing as he gets up. Exactly. George is a little crazy, man. He really is.
I already know. I'm telling you right now. So, I personally, I liked it. It was just, chomping at the bit, bringing that competitive spirit out, of Brandon Ayuk, who, I feel really confident that I believe that he's going to have a really good year blocking downfield. I think he's going to have a good year catching the football. I'm pretty excited about that because you're like, out of all the people you think that would just run out there and put the Dukes up, you think it'd be Deebo, but it was Ayuk.
Not today though. Not today. Deebo won't do that now. He just got back. He's got to be cool. I think Ayuk frightened everybody running out on that field with that intention. I would have been shocked Because I should have dashed by me.
Oh,
Where's he
no.
going? What the hell is? Oh no!
I love
And then,
it. I absolutely love it. For what I'm hearing right now, I guess in one-on-ones, looks like we have 3 offensive linemen that are winning most of their battles in one-on-one drills. Of course, Trent. It's just he shut out Nick Bosa, which is per usual. McGlinchey, I think, won 2 out of 3 times, and Burford won 2 out of 3 times. The rest of the offensive linemen were 0 for 3. Actually, Jason Poe, I think he won 1 out of 3 times or 2 out of 3 times too.
And with some veteran guys, he took one down to the dirt.
Yeah. So, the pads are on. It's hot. We're starting to see a little bit of what we got going on. Obviously, I think the defense is just, flying around. Real happy with that. I got my boy Eric Crocker. I told him to go out. He's going out to practice sometime this week, and I told him, get a good look at Huff for me. I need a good look at Huff. I need a reassessment of Huff. So I'm real anxious for that, and I told him to look at the center position as well, because I'm a little bit worried there. I think that I think Burford might wind up actually starting at right guard. I think he might actually be there.
Saw his name again today. Yep, and that's been all.
Yeah, week. I think he might be there. Yeah, I don't think he's giving that job up. So apparently, what they like about this kid is that he's got grown man strength.
Already,
he's got a nasty streak. Yeah, and he's basically a dancing bear. So that's impressive for a rookie lineman changing positions. That's really impressive. So we may get like we may get like that same kind of pop that we got out of Mitchell last year at the running back position. But I think that Burford might be this year's Mitchell. He might be that big surprise that just comes out and plays at a high level.
Because you always get one.
So I'm hoping. Yeah, you always get one. So I'm really hoping that happens. There's something else too. Our second round draft pick's been impressing. So he's been impressing. He's been slimming down,
Aaron.
showing all of his tools.
Yeah.
Mr. Drake is going to be a pretty good one.
Oh,
and apparently
they said nothing but good things about him. Nobody said any screw ups yet. I keep reading it in almost disbelief because I'm saying, he just got here and he's going against some offensive linemen that actually are, he's coming off the edge. He's either dealing with Mike or Trent, and you're telling me he ain't lost no battles yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that right now it just looks like, it looks like definitely he's going to make the team. He's going to be a keeper.
Oh, you knew he was.
And finally, Danny Gray had a good day, which I know you like to hear that.
Yes, please.
I know you like your speed.
Yeah.
You like your speed.
They play such an integral part of the formula. They've got to be able to deliver. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's definitely a good day to be. It's a good day to be a Niner fan. A good day to be optimistic. So I do believe that I think that we're probably, in my opinion, I think that we're probably the 5th best team in NFC right now.
I like that.
But it depends on Trey. If Trey plays well, Trey plays well, that could flip. We could be number 2.
Yeah, 3
very quickly. Yeah, number 2 or 3 if Trey works out. And if we can run the ball, the main thing is if we can run the ball. So the offensive line's got to get straight. You think we're going to get a center? I think we're going to wind up signing a center, man.
Is it too late? Because he's got to come in and learn a lot. The guys that are ahead of him are going to have to make him wait no matter what. Pop, you know how we do. We run out of time as soon as we start talking. Hey, we'll look for you. I'll be back tomorrow though, because this is too much fun. I missed yesterday. Besides.
I know it's exciting. It's exciting. All right, shout out to production. Shout out to all the Niner faithful. And good phone call so far tonight. So thanks for everybody's contribution. Make sure that you send your contributions to Ronbo Sports and like and subscribe.
Thanks.
We're out.
Appreciate your fam. Give my best to the boom and bam and Mrs. Dragon.
Yes, sir. We get it done. We got all our jerseys in today too. So yeah, everybody's fired up. All the jerseys are here. All right. We're gonna be looking good. Be ready.
All right.
All right, man.
Cam shots gonna be extra special. All right, fam. Have a good night. It's Papa Dragon somewhere in Tennessee. We're not going to divulge that information as we don't know why he's in the place he is. Hey, Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, you know, I'm enjoying because Emilio, I think you and I have always been on the same page as far as defense. And if the defense is just scaring everybody to death out there, I ain't mad at that. You know, because we used to always argue about. I don't know what's worse, man. Having the offense dominate the defense, the defense. I've made up my mind on that. You can't go wrong. If the defense is great, the offense has to improve. If the defense is sorry, that means everybody's gonna kick their butt. So I'm liking
pretty
this.
much. If Trey was having his way, yeah, our defense is horrible. You can't just have a way. You got to look at it. When Jimmy threw those 5 interceptions in practice. He was having his way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a good
5
thing.
interceptions.
So,
you know what was that 2019?
Yeah, it was 2019. That was a Super Bowl year. Everybody talking about Jimmy's horrible. He's not going to do nothing. He got picked off 5 times and this and that. I was like, it's practice. People, come on. The media was hyping it up, and everybody on here was like, "Oh no, Jimmy!" I said, "I was."
Yeah, no, he's terrible.
At that time, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to give up on Jimmy yet. I said, "Come on, people. It's practice. Relax."
And remember,
I'm like,
that's why that defense did as well as they did against everybody else that year. It wasn't just us. They could kick everybody's butt, and that's what I'm liking now too.
Yeah, and that year, Richard Sherman and Fred Warner all came out talking about, "Oh no, there's no Jimmy's tendency, so that's why we're picking him up. Like Jimmy's great. It's just he's going with the bus." And you see Fred Warner, everybody else coming out like, "No, Trey's great. It's just his tendencies now. That's the thing. We play with him every day, so we're gonna know what he wants to do with the ball."
It is, and Fred's out there starting fights and everything already because he's frustrating people. Brandon Ayuk freaked me out though. You know what? He was talking about Fred last week. You know what? That dude, man. I mean, he's out here talking trash, man. He's obnoxious. He's getting on my nerves, type of thing. You know. I guess they've been waiting to get into this fight for a while.
No, because we did that. We did that in high school. You know,
everybody does. So I'm what Brandon's problem is.
So when you get into it, like, you want to fight, but then the coach just gets in the middle like, chill. But it's just because you're getting high. Like, you know, of course you want to outshine the offense, but you know, it's just happening. It's in the moment. Like I said, it's all at the end of the day, it's a brotherhood. You get over like, okay, man, it's clear. You know, don't worry about it. Like, hey, that's kind of a good thing. You know.
It is. But Emilio, here's the thing. I don't want anybody to find out about this because anyway, you can get Brandon Ayuk out his game. Just talk to him. The dude gets mad. You cannot show that face. You cannot. That's not Jerry Rice because he had the worst trash talker in the world working him every time we played against Sanders.
Remember we talked about our asshole?
Yeah.
No, remember we talking about our asshole? Hey, maybe you might be our asshole on offense. You might need that. You might talk shit. So it kind of works out. No, let him want to defend his team. Let him defend it. Get up and talk shit. Get up and you know what? You can score a touchdown on your ass. No, it's a good thing. I actually like that.
That's right. You know.
I know. Just do it to a minimum. Just don't get flagged for it because you know those 15 yards will kill us. But
that's what I'm saying.
Do your thing.
As an offensive person, you got to focus. It's like if Jerry Rice could deal with Deion Sanders, one of the greatest trash talkers of all time, for a whole game, how many times, and still get work done, then Brandon's got to learn. Brandon, man, you play your best football when you tune that.
And like I said, also you guys to look at if you're getting irritated by Fred. Fred can tell you know what, man. Remember what I told you in practice, man. We got into before. Don't let him get you. If you do, make sure Trey gets you that ball and you score, and we got you back. So, like I said, it's beneficial, man. So, like I said, I like that.
I do too.
Keep it up.
We're gonna get there. I can't wait. We got next week. We got a little over a week to wait for the first preseason game. I don't know how Kyle's gonna do this, but I can't wait.
Too bad I'm gonna miss it, but it's not big deal.
You see it later. Because it's gonna be on.
Like I said, no big deal. It's just preseason, so I'm not too much worried about that.
Because I want to see who's who and who's gonna make the team. You'll notice in the first preseason game too. You can tell usually.
Yeah, pretty much. So, like I said, we're waiting. But no, many of us good game, and I think Deebo answered his question, talking about what he did. He was a man who just a business. But hey, like I said, the team to me the team looks fine. Just to see what it looks like week 1 when we destroy the Bears.
If we do destroy the Bears, I don't want to just beat them. I want total domination.
No, I want to destroy the Bears.
That's what I mean.
No, I love it. 'Cause, like I said, my dad's a Bears fan, so I'm going to love this one. He's always talking smack every time we lose, so I'm going to love this one. So, you know.
But it'll be an indication of how good that team might be. Because the Bears are probably not a slouch team. So the 49ers got to go in there and they got to play some hardcore ball. But I want to see if they take the heart out of that team. I want to see that defense take the heart away from every team this year, thinking they go. Like, remember how the Seahawks used to do teams? I want to see if we can do that. Seahawks used to ruin a team. Their whole, whatever they were thinking before the game started ended. It's like Mike Tyson. Yeah, everybody got to play until they get punched in the mouth. So that's what I want every team to think after the first few minutes of 49ers. Hey!
Well, that's what I want to see. Like I said, I'm all for that one. I want to see that. Like, okay. You know, got to hold the team, like I said, and this is beneficial with them having Justin Fields, and we got Trey. So, like I said, it's making our defense better. They'd already said it already. They even said it last year. The Trey on the second team, we're getting better, learning how to stop these quarterbacks. So now that he's number one, it makes it better for them. So now you ain't gonna have Mighty Mouse, Kyler Murray running around like crazy. And you have Justin Fields. You're not gonna have all that. So
his little butt still gonna worry, Kyler. Man, because they'd embarrassed him. He's going to play hard against us this year.
Maybe something's wrong. When you got with that whole thing he had to study, I see they realized they took it off. It was funny. You got to force this man to study? Like,
it's
come
too
on,
late.
dude.
You mean it's too late?
You know, that Cardinals fan, I know it's too late, but it's just the fact that he was out there. It's just fun. And then that Cardinals fan that comes on here, that was hilarious. You want to talk, but your whole team forced that in there. Because he doesn't study, so now they think he brought it up like, we got to take that out because now it's going to be a problem.
It's too bad because every game the Cardinals struggle to lose. Yeah, Kyler probably didn't study again.
Well, that's going to be a joke for the season. Because, they might come out hot like they always do in the beginning, but let it come down to the end of the season, they fall apart because straight boobies. So, I can't wait for the Cardinals to start falling apart up again. Like they always do in the second half of the season. So that's been their MO. I can't wait for that.
Oh, I can't even. Emilio, what they're going to do is I can see MP3 files being posted up on Kyler's page. How to play football in Arizona. How to play football for dummies in Arizona. It's going to be how to play football in Arizona for dummies.
Kyler's
going to be having block parties. You know they're coming after him. It's too late.
Right.
It's too late. We heard it.
Like I said, that's the funny part because it was public. Yeah, like I said, they took it out, but we're gonna have a field with that one. I said, did you guys study today? Did college study today? I guess not. That's why we beat them.
This is the one thing I love about the NFL. You get mad 1 minute, there's extreme humor the next. And Emilio, you heard about what's going on in L.A. While the Rams fans in here doing it like they do, I understand there's some issues going on with the Super Bowl quarterback's arm.
Oh, I missed that one. What happened? I missed that one.
There's some concerns about Stafford's arm. I don't know. I just read the headline.
Oh.
So
I haven't heard of that one yet.
Yeah, well, Rams fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. You want to explain that while you're in here? They ain't worried. We got this. We're the best team in NFC West.
They can believe they're gonna win the repeat. That's fine. But like I said, we got you during the season. Hopefully, we play you guys in the playoffs again, and we have a little different result. Like I said, let them talk.
Yeah, because we got more depth now. Yeah, I just need somebody. I need to know if Trent Williams does go down, somebody can come in there and at least fill the void serviceably. So.
Like I said. Okay, we have a good chance to win this division. So if it ain't the Rams, it's gonna be us.
Let me know. We gonna go. Let me get you back to doing what you're doing. I want to see. I'll be back tomorrow. All right.
I'll come on here. See if I hear anything now.
Looking for you. Let's see what happens.
You have a good night. Everybody else have a good night.
Thanks, Emilio. Night, fam. Yeah. Hey, Jay. Jay?
Yo, Ronbo.
Hello? Jay, come on
What's
in,
good?
because we're sitting here.
Does my thing sound good today or not?
Yeah, it sounds way better than usual. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Brandon Ayuk and Fred?
I had to laugh at first because I said, y'all got that mad. I understand it's hot out there. and Fred was probably out of line, and Fred probably was antagonizing Ayuk anyway because he'd already been talking trash. You know what I like about Fred though? Fred doesn't care. Man, y'all can get mad all you want to. Play better football, and then I won't have nothing to say. So Brandon Ayuk gets mad. You know, Jay, have you played ball before? Guys are going to do that all day. They're going to call you names, feminine names. They're going to talk about your mom and ask, does she even know you're here? If it wasn't for this and this, you wouldn't even be on this team. And I think it just goes on and on. If you subscribe to that madness, you're going to be mad all the time. And I can't believe Brandon is out there getting that mad. But I love it. Fred's got talent.
Honestly, it's good that, Brandon is well, it ain't good, but I mean it kind of is because they're being competitors in the field. So
we have these every year, but
yeah,
this seemed really vicious because they had more than one, and this has been going on all week.
Yeah, it has been building up because I think last week Brandon said in an interview, he said that Fred has been annoying or something like that. Yeah, and that's good because Brandon has really been putting in work these last 3 or 2 days. Yeah, he has been catching some good balls.
Yeah,
pause.
He's making some great catches too. I mean, that dude has got some. I hope he doesn't get hurt because he's making some catches. I really kind of wish he didn't. When I see him stretched out in midair and doing all kind of things, I'm worried when he hits the ground is he gonna be okay.
Yeah, I am worried about that.
Yeah, well, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
So
the reason I like Brandon Ayuk is because he be making some amazing catches. Ronbo last year he made some. Yeah, he just making some acrobatic catches and stuff. With his long arms and stuff. And hopefully, I do believe he's going to be a breakout wide receiver this year. But about the team, having Trey's back, like they're saying all these amazing stuff about him and stuff. It is just training camp and stuff. But our defense, Ronbo, it looks hella good, Ronbo. Like it's crazy. In my opinion, our corners and stuff, this could be a
wait till the first string defense gets out there for extended periods of time with just guys jockeying in and out. Then you're going to see how hard that hammer really hits. Oh man,
I believe our number one corner this year is going to be Emmanuel Mosley, even though we signed Tarvarius Ward. Because he I think this is like his last he's going for the big bucks.
Contract year. So, people always play the best ball in a contract year, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and he always gets better. Each year he always gets better. I do believe he's gonna break out this year. But our defense, he is underrated. Our defense, Rob, is like top 3 probably because all the depth and all. Like, it's just crazy.
Tenacity.
And
they're just vicious. That's what a defense is all about. How nasty can you be? To the point we have to call y'all the nasty boys. That's going to be it, man.
I'm happy that our offense is, going through, like, these hard times over our defense because,
it's going to make them better.
And our offense is struggling because, let's be honest here, the defense knows, like what Trent said yesterday, I'm pretty sure. He said, like, there's no, like, scripted plays or something. They already know what the offense is going to do because, Kyle is going to scheme up some stuff, to confuse the defense, So,
during the regular season, you're going to see Kyle actually going against D'Amico. I understand those are always fun. But right now it's just about who's going to make the team, who's not. So it's not real serious now for the offense. But it will be later.
Yeah, but I can't wait until the preseason for you can see which like running back is gonna be like, or any player is gonna stand out. Yeah. And I heard that Jeff Wilson, Ronbo, I think he might get cut, to be honest
Yeah, I
with
heard
you.
that too.
I think he's hurt or something like that, man.
He's
He
not looking
hasn't
like
been
Jeff Wilson is the thing.
yeah, he
I
ain't
was
looking
bothered
like
by
him
that
no more.
too.
Yeah, that really sucks. But you
Well,
know,
Jeff's probably mad because they drafted all these people. Man, Jeff, come on, man.
yeah.
So why'd you pick him up? Jeff, you got to get over that. Jeff wants to go to Seattle anyway. I can see right now. If he gets cut,
Yeah.
he'll be in Seattle the following morning. Jay, we're gonna roll. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. All right.
Okay. You have a good day, Ronbo.
You too.
Yeah.
Night, Jay.
Yeah. Bye.
And Anderson. Ooh, Vince
What's
Scully.
up, Ronbo, man?
Vince Scully passed away? Oh, man. Vince Scully died.
Yeah, I seen that earlier.
Wow. That's, wow. Wow. Rest in peace. Man, that guy. Legendary. Anderson, we're looking at the 49ers now, and it looks like the defense is just, today you got an exclamation point on it. The defense is just doing a number on the offense most of the day so far.
I like
Fred, I know, right? And then Fred going out there starting fights. Fred ain't stopped talking,
I like that. I like that. And for Brandon, I used to just run up like, what? Oh yeah, I like that. I like that too. That's just showing the tenacity, the strength, the heart. Just showing their heart.
Because Fred ain't no small dude. Brandon ain't tiny.
Nope.
But for the run up on Fred, that's a bad. Boy, Brandon Ayuk's got heart. I like it.
Yeah. And then as far as him catching all them balls and stuff, I like that. But who you said we're having our joint practices again?
Wait a minute, who we're gonna have in what practice?
We our joint practice. Who is our first joint practice?
Oh yeah. Is that the Vikings?
You said it was the Vikings.
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Is the Vikings joint practice? That's right. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that's gonna be. You know what? There's gonna be some fights in that too. Every time we do a joint practice, there's always a little skirmish.
But that's gonna be a good reps for the offense and the defense. Cause I'm like this. I don't care about what the superstars do. I want my line. I need the offensive line to be correct on everything. They need to come correct. Cause the defensive line, they gonna do their job.
Mm-hmm.
Cause what they need to do is rush up the middle. Kinlaw and Armstead or whoever they're gonna do, I need to rush up that middle. Cause see, I know this Patrick Mahomes, he can't really play right. Tom Brady can't play right. A few other quarterbacks, they can't play right if you just rush them up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get them up the middle. Fuck that outside shit because they can always get around and step up.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get them up that middle.
This is what Javon Kinlaw, if he can be large and in charge, because he's already large, if he can just be in charge out there around the middle of that, that is going to be a huge help because now everybody around him can go in there and just make pure hell for that quarterback.
Yeah, and from my man, Drake Jackson, he rising up in the ranks. He should be. With the shit I read, he should be starting opposite.
Right. Jackson. I know, because I thought Ebukam was probably going to hold that down for at least a minute. It's sounding now like Drake ain't got to wait.
Ebukam good, but he don't have consistency.
And he may not have the tools in the first place. He may not be as talented as Drake anyway.
Yeah, I think maybe he need to try the inside. Give it a shot.
I want to see Eminahu. That's what I want to see on the inside. That dude,
yeah. From Houston, yeah.
That dude.
Yeah. Ain't he behind Armstead?
In a way, I think so. You know what? I don't know what combinations they figured out they want to do yet in the middle. It depends on who we're playing, the speed. They're gonna have to take a measure of what they're dealing with.
Yeah. But that'll be a good matchup. Amenahu who's starting if Armstead can't go. A who and Kinlaw in the middle. That's good. That's gonna be a good rush.
You got all kind of combinations too, fam. And you got Givens in there. This dude we got from Philly. I want to see more from him. I mean, they got so many
Givens,
bodies.
Givens, then he ain't that the one that ended Drew Brees' career, huh?
Was that Givens? Somebody did almost kill Brees.
It was. I think it was.
No.
Givens,
you know who it was?
Or Street.
It was Contavious.
Contavious Street, huh?
And Contavious is over New Orleans now. They just said, best way to keep Contavious off us is to put him on our team.
Oh man,
I hated it too. I did not want it, but you know we're going to lose somebody. Street though, I like him. Man.
And as far as our running game, let's not sleep on Jeffrey Wilson.
Yeah. You think he's going to make a comeback? Because they're not saying anything, nothing nice about him right now.
Well, everybody have a bad day, and it's just practice. So
yeah,
I think he may. I just remember how he was running on the Patriots.
I love watching him run the ball. I'm hoping that's why I had all kind of hope for him. I'm hoping he makes the team.
Yeah.
Because between JaMycal Hasty and Jeffrey Wilson Jr., come on now. Come on. There's no. I like JaMycal, but I got to have Jeffrey Wilson if I got to make a choice.
And then because I see what the whole scenario is with Mitchell and Tre'Davious or Trey Sermon and Ty Davis Price.
Yeah.
Tyrion Davis Price. I can see it now. Go ahead and run it up time out with Mitchell for 2 plays.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and let Price and Sermon beat them up through the middle, beat them up, hurt them. Just start hurting, beat them up. Then go ahead and put Mitchell in, let him run it to the end zone.
You ain't got to make him a workhorse this year.
Yeah, right. or let Trey throw a bomb downfield to Deebo. Or
Ayuk, that's his guy right now.
Or Gray, or Jennings, or hell, Kittle. We got so many weapons. Well, come on, man.
Anderson,
we got all these weapons.
Anderson, we got to go, though. I'm going to look for you tomorrow. We'll be looking for you. I'm going to come back on it tomorrow as well.
All right, that's what's up.
All right, Anderson.
Shout out 49 Empire. Much love. It's going down.
It sure is. And tell them Cowboy fans we're coming for them.
Oh man. One more thing, They done lost their rookie star receiver. They was gonna try to fill in the role where Cooper was playing. He's out for the season. Then I think you got somebody else that got injured today. He's out for 6 to 12 weeks. And then you got, I think, another lineman or a couple other people got injured last week, and they already down. So basically, they season over with before it started.
I don't want to laugh, but I wasn't ready for that. I was supposed to feel sorry for him.
I'm always laughing. Fuck the Cowboys and fuck the Rams.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for that information. We needed that.
That was fun. Addison, have a great night, fam. Talk to you tomorrow.
I love my faithfuls, man. This is why I'm a Niners fan. Like, I'm a Niners fan more because of the fans, and, like, the players. We love the players, and I got history with them. But the fans, for real, like,
yes.
Even it's like a marriage on my mama. Like my wife loved me through the best and the worst, and I treat my fans the same way.
There you go. No, I missed you last week because when our equipment failed, I saw you up there in the waiting on Zoom. No, come on in, man, and talk to us, man, because it's interesting how things are going along. And Kyle Shanahan actually declaring this team the best he's had since he's been here. So, like Sin said earlier, what did he say? Now, we had a good team in 2019. If this is better than that team, can we go A plus B equals?
I just want this to be the best 2022 team that you can build out these Niners, man. And if Kyle Shanahan got the recipes to cook that up, let's get it done.
Yes.
They got the people paid that they need to get paid. They got the lineup. They got everybody. Even Jimmy G's still coming in there wearing Niners shirts. So he's not
Jimmy's just modeling, though.
I was joking about you taking that poster down. Apparently, it seems like that poster is still up there. It don't matter what. we might give Jimmy G a job at the Niners facility. He may be coaching with the quarterbacks or something like that, assistant quarterbacks coach or something. They're gonna use him because he's like, look, I don't care, love or hate Jimmy G. One thing you can't take away from that man is the ability to dissect the field. You feel me? Like you dissect the frog. So, and he probably taught Trey Lance all of that. And Trey Lance, like, he's so happy for Trey because Trey was like, yes, I want to learn, teacher. He's like, no, I'm not the teacher. You feel me? You're going to be up here one day. He knew he was going to be the master. Like,
so
I like how
makes him look good if Trey looks good. And Jimmy looks, he learned that from me.
Like I'm seeing Jimmy G just in the cut, just chilling in the cut. Like, man, this is cool. I'm still getting paid. Like I'm still a Niner. I'm like, I'm still gonna contribute. It's like as long as you're in the locker room, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen during the season. All I know is I got tickets to I got spoiled. I got a birthday present early. My wife said she'd take me to the preseason opener against the Packers.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm gonna see all that live and direct. But I want to see Trey Lance. Everybody's so crazy about Trey Lance and all his performance during this camp. I look at it like how everybody's talking about the defense and how it's looking, how the secondary. That was one of the things I wanted to see really get seasoned over there.
Wait, Norm, hold on a second. Hey, Coco Rogue, cut it out. All right, you can see a lot of things, but that you will not be allowed to say. Grow up, leave it alone. You can say anything else, but I've told you guys, there will be you cannot take shots at gay people, anybody else, racism, anything. Stop it. All right.
Yeah, knock that off, man. It's all love over here, man. We got fans from all over the place, man. So you gotta have to grow up or, you know what I'm saying, keep doodling in your diapers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say the words I really want to say. But anyway, defense. Oh yeah, the defense. Like the secondary, I was like really wanting to see that get seasoned. And it's cool now. You see Trey Lance is having all the everybody was like, oh my God, he's not doing it. Everybody's having problems. I wanted to see that O-line get, fixed up. But it's just a lot about that defense. Like it's like if he can make it there, he can make it anywhere.
Right? I can hear Frank Sinatra in the background singing, man. That's
might be a blessing in disguise. Because I feel like the guy's smart enough to see, okay, I gotta learn how to get through a tough defense, and the schedule is just as tough as the defense that he's playing against.
Maybe not as tough, Norm. You know what? Are we gonna see a defense as miserable as the 49ers for Trey? I don't think so. I really don't.
We'll see a few teams that try to put that together. Is it gonna work? We don't know. But our defense is good enough of practice. It's kind of like surviving in the hood. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, and brothers fight. So that's how it goes.
But Norm, I've never heard of a player rushing from the sideline in practice to go whoop somebody.
but it also shows the tenacity that the players have and the high expectations and confidence that the players have. It's just like when you run your bros. Y'all gonna fight amongst your bros, and y'all gonna chop it later. But y'all know when the ops come, we battle tested. You feel me? We battle. You feel me? That's how that goes. That's all that is. I'm gonna be ready to see all that in action against these Packers because
that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be exciting.
The Packers got their own issues, so that should be interesting.
What issues you think you see with our team though? With the ones that you think I should be looking for?
Yeah, continuity out there. You're gonna see it. The offensive line is not gonna be on the field that long. But I want to see them look like they know what they're doing. Working in
that's what I was thinking about because the trenches scare me, Ronbo. Remember I was watching the 94 Niners. They was like in the beginning of their season, the offensive line was giving them hella problems. And they had to fix that up before they can get going. So that's probably one of the things that might happen. You know what I'm saying? And see, don't be surprised, y'all, and don't get in y'all feelings if it happens. Just let the tape roll out. You know what I'm saying?
And I think they'll get that offensive line in order at some point. I remember the first year Kyle came in, the offensive line, it took a minute. And then Lakin, and we got even Joe Staley back at that time, they got better. Trey's going to learn to get rid of the ball faster that way, which could come in handy, because I don't want him out there having to run for his life all the time. He can't make plays running all
Going
the
up against one of the most suspicious, fucking horrifying front sevens every day. So you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Anywhere in the league. I agree. I really do. Norm, always appreciate you. Head fam. We ran out of time already. It's clock seems to be ticking down quick. We must have 5 minutes. We must have a lot of people on the phone. But Norm,
appreciate
it's gonna be a fun
everybody.
season, man.
Appreciate all y'all, and I hope to see the people that's going. Give me a shout out, man. I'm gonna see y'all at the tailgate parties and whatnot, man. We'll kick it, man. What's up?
There you go.
That's all I gotta say. And it's Niners all day.
Yes. All right, Norm. Appreciate you, fam. You know this. Looking forward to tomorrow. Hope you got some time for us. All right.
All right.
Night, fam.
Night.
And just as we're making jokes about the team down in Dallas, Austin shows up. Austin, you know we were just playing though. You know, I got caught off guard by Anderson. Austin, I didn't know you guys were suffering that kind of. You guys look like us. Like all those injuries, you just drafted that wide receiver and he's out for the season. Oh, that's nasty luck.
Oh, Ronbo, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ball don't roll your way.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's unfortunate.
But Ronbo, Brandon Ayuk and Fred Warner out there like Rock and Stone Cold about to throw it down.
I know. I was looking. You said somebody should have gave Ayuk or Fred a mic to say so they can address the crowd. Come September, this is going to be settled. Brandon Ayuk may be my teammate, but he comes out here one more time, and I guarantee you this match will end quickly. I don't know. Austin, you play ball before. It's so funny when you play ball. Even basketball, same thing. It's amazing how your temper can just completely get out of control suddenly.
You know, Romo, I read that story about that earlier and how they got in a little scuffle. It's happened with pretty much every team. Like, everyone wants to be the best and wants to make each other better. And I think that's all it was, is Fred Warner just wants to make Brandon Ayuk better. Brandon Ayuk wants to make Fred Warner better. And sometimes things happen and punches get thrown or something gets said that shouldn't be said.
But usually not more than once. And Fred, okay, here's the thing. I don't know what Fred's saying, but it's really good material. But Trey Lance said something before the season started having press conferences, and Trey said something as he's walking back to away from the box as he's doing the press conference, and a lot of what Fred said was disrespectful. So I can't imagine what Fred said, but people don't forget it. Fred's good at antagonizing people, so
he is. He gets under people's skins. And you know something else, Ronbo? He may not catch too much flack from it because he's one of the best players in his position, too. So maybe Kyle lets him go a little bit.
No, you know what? You got to do that because other teams are going to do that. The people need to know if Fred is getting under your skin, then you need to work on some things yourself. That's not all what you should do is get mad. You need to stay focused and let him talk. Maybe talk some trash back to him. But don't lose your temper. Don't lose your cool. Because another team's going to make him lose his cool. And that's what, as a defensive back, and in Fred's case, who he plays pretty much defensive back and linebacker, you got to know you can't let him get to you.
Ronbo, what are y'all going to do at offensive line? Are you confident in the way your line has been in practice as of late?
No.
You're kind of in the same scenario. You're in the kind of same scenario we are. Yeah, we're shuffling around on our line.
Yeah, we're not.
Line trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, defensive line we're proud of. But you know what? That you mentioned that, Austin? The defensive line is looking as outstanding as they are, too, because the offensive line is a little suspect right now. And that is of a concern to me a bit. I do like the fact, though, that, like you're saying, most offensive lines are going to start the season off a little slow. It takes the offensive lines to really get gelled. It takes 2 or 3 weeks. So you can get off to a good start in that amount of time if your offense is clicking.
Well, the thing is, Ronbo, is like the 49ers, the year y'all went to the Super Bowl, y'all had one of the best offensive lines, too, and look how quickly you all are mixing and matching.
Yeah. Yeah, offensive lines every year. Austin, when's the last time you remember an offensive line that you came in the season and felt good about? Last year, offensive line, I felt okay about because everybody who was on there was been there for a while. It's when you get new pieces, it's kind of frightening. You don't know what to expect, how well they're going to work together, and how long is it going to take before they become really protective.
I don't know either, Ronbo. But I know you're a busy man, so I'm going to let you go.
All right, awesome.
I thank you for your time. Thank you for production, and go Cowboys.
Thanks, Austin. You're always welcome here. Have a great night.
You too, Ronbo.
Thanks. If he flashes up Michael next, I'm gonna have to laugh. Or Sean out of Arizona. Oh, no, it's better than that. It's one of the few Rams fans that really does amuse me. It's Marketing Pro. Marketing Pro, what is it?
What it do, Ronbo. I just want to congratulate the Rams nations worldwide on another division victory, and I'm going to tell you why.
Please.
And, you know, the real reports out there, the 49er locker room is not happy with the quarterback situation. Now, under Trey Lance, y'all averaging 16 points a game. Under Jimmy, it was 28. So we glad Jimmy gone. Now, the other thing, all these 49er fans talking about Stafford's elbow, that's a decoy. Because Stafford don't care about no practice. He's the best quarterback in football. He's waiting for the real season.
But is there really something wrong with his elbow?
No, not at all. You're going to see Stafford win the MVP this year. Now, here's the concern for the 49ers. I'll tell you right now. Trey Lance needs 2 years. He's not going to take the league by storm. And he's going to be a scare you, scare us type quarterback in the early. Now, look it up. He averaged 16 points a game as a starter. Jimmy averaged 28, so that's a 12-point drop-off. On top of that, you know, Jimmy was kind of a cheater. He used to get rid of the ball too quick, so Aaron Donald couldn't really get his hands on him, you know. But he finally got him in that championship game, which was great. But I'm telling you right now, just like I said last training camp, the Rams have an easy walk into the Super Bowl. We're just playing that Stafford card, make the 49ers think he's hurt. That's all that is.
Well, it's a good decoy. It worked on me. I thought it might have been something to it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Ronbo, you've been watching practice with the 49ers? You've been watching the tapes?
As much as they expose, yep.
What's your take on that? What do you like so far?
Well, the defense has been doing a lot of dominating. The thing is, Marketing Pro, it's expected because the offense is making a transition. So the defense is sort of mangling them up a lot. They make a play. But the offense does show some signs every now and then that are very encouraging, that makes me believe that at some point soon they're going to get in sync and everybody's going to be on the same page. So I'm not concerned, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, one thing for sure, congratulations to Deebo Samuel. He earned a bag. He actually got a 4-year deal because he's still getting paid as a rookie on the rookie contract, and you throw in the other 3. So good for him. But like I said, the Rams are looking solid in camp. You know, everybody talking about our O-line's gone. No, we got a guy replacing him that's been on the team for 4 years. He's going to be solid. Cam Akers is stronger than ever. We're going to have that play-action attack this year. The league is going to be surprised what Stafford's going to do. He's going to go off and win the MVP this year.
Now, remember, you said that because I'm going to save this clip, and if he doesn't do that, Marketing Pro, I'm going to have to put that on a loop and play that over and over.
Absolutely. Now, here's what's going to happen with Trey Lance. I'm going to tell you right now.
What?
You know, that little misdirection run throw to the opposite field, we got game tape on that. That ain't working on us. Now, we're going to box him in. We're going to box him in, and Aaron Donald going to say hello. The best player in football. He's going to say hello to Trey.
You know, from you knowing that, The 49ers probably know that too, and know probably not to do that unless the time is ripe. You know, you got to realize, Marketing Pro, this time we've got speed merchants, and now the diversity here is we got a little more options than we had. And I got to tell you, as long as Trey Lance is healthy, you do know Jimmy with the shoulder and the hand going last year may have been the reason why you got to go to the Super Bowl. So as long as I got a healthy quarterback out there, I like my chances, I got to tell you.
You know, in this game of evolution, Sean McVay has passed Kyle Shanahan by miles. The tables have turned. So this year it's going to be a rude awakening for Kyle. What McVay's got for the 49ers, he's got plan B. Y'all ain't going to see what's coming. I'm telling you.
Michael,
Sean McVay.
What I've always wanted to ask you about that, though, if you had a choice right now, and you marketing between McVay and Shanahan, and which coach would you really rather have?
Oh, man, I'll take McVay because let me tell you why. Kyle is the reason Santa Clara ain't got no rings. It's not Jimmy. And under pressure, he self-implodes. That's who Kyle is. 3rd and 1 at the 50. Kyle wants to play Madden. And he took the moment away from Jimmy Garoppolo. 3rd and 1, let him throw it. Hey, he makes that throw, y'all, in the Super Bowl, right? But no, he wanted to run a motion, run it, and it was a gift for us. You know, once we stopped that, the game was over. So look at McVay in the Super Bowl when Stafford threw that pick. He told him, go get it, finish the game. He trusts his quarterback. He let him do his thing. Kyle will never do that, and that's one thing Trey's going to have to get used to because you guys got a Madden coach. He's trying to control the players like a joystick, you know. He's telling the quarterback, you know, you're going to look here, you're going to look there. You got to let the talent play for itself.
Marketing Pro, your observations are interesting to say the least. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I gotta go now, and if you got time tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Matthew Stafford, all-time great, first ballot Hall of Famer. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports. Shout out.
Night, Marketing Pro. All right, let's go down here to who we got here. Frank, come on in, Frank.
Ronbo.
I tell you, Marketing Pro, Frank, let me ask you the same question. How you doing, by the way, Frank?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Ronbo?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. Season's about to start. But, Frank, if you had a choice, Niner fans on the chat as well, if you had a choice between McVay and Shanahan, could you actually make an unbiased choice right now?
I'm going to go with Kyle. I'm going to stick with Kyle.
See, I think we as 49er fans, we all would. You know what? I'm not sure just yet if that is the right choice. I like Kyle better, but, you know, if you want to win, which one is – we'll see this year. You know what, Frank? This is going to be the year when we could stop even tripping on this.
Well, man, you got to understand, man, McVay come from under Kyle, man. So, you know,
and
he
also,
learned from Kyle.
And his team was ready-made when he came in. He hasn't had to do a lot. You know, he added some pieces.
He had the better it's on the quarterback. You know, he had a better quarterback play. So,
well, not only that.
I mean, that's
But Frank, let's also add this to that fact. He's had an all-star surrounding that quarterback. I mean, an all-star team surrounding that quarterback almost from his first season. Kyle came in and had to build his team. We didn't have no receivers. Our offensive line was average at best. The defense was still getting formed. You know, and McVay came in, all that concrete was already poured. You know. And as bad as Jimmy was, he made lemonade, you know, lemons into lemonade on several different occasions. So when you got 2 or 3 receivers, one of them is good out of all 3, and an offensive line that you better get rid of that ball quick or you'll get your butt killed. This is why I'm saying McVay having a better quarterback, I don't know. I still wonder if he did the same thing. If he had the same 49ers team as Kyle did, would he been able to achieve the same thing? I do wonder.
I mean, that's I'm not sure what I'm saying. You know, looking at McVay, I mean, he had you're right. He already went into a great situation, but look how far Jared Goff could take him. So yeah, he did take them to the Super Bowl, but he didn't complete the mission. And see, so when he got a solid quarterback, was Matthew Stafford, and they completed the mission. You know what I'm saying? So
Frank,
it's the same with us. We got Jimmy.
Frank, one question: do you honestly think if Kowski T makes that INT, and let's not act like Stafford never makes any mistakes. If Kowski takes that,
he do make mistakes.
Yeah, because when people call him the better quarterback, I always cringe because Stafford got blessed on that day. Lord was looking down on him.
He's better than Garoppolo. He's better than Garoppolo.
Well, he can be, but the same as Aaron Rodgers is too. What I'm looking at is what took place during the course of the game and why it happened as it did. Stafford played okay. I ain't got no problem with that. But he threw the ball how many times? So these are the things.
That's all he do, though.
That's all he does. And that's all their offense does. So I do often wonder, if you let Jimmy throw the ball 30, 40 times a game, I wonder. And would there be that many INTs?
Let me ask you something. You think if Top would have caught that pass, and I believe it was still 6 minutes and something left, after he caught that interception. So if he caught that interception, you still think that we would have won that game?
Momentum swing. Frank, you know about momentum swing.
Yeah, the momentum swing. The momentum was definitely swung.
Yeah, you got Kowski running down the field, one of the fastest guys on our team. There's no telling where he would have went with that ball, first of all. Now you're going to eat up clock. So you're going to put the Rams in a situation, if we score, and probably minimum would have been a 3-point thing, right? They beat us by 3 points. Mm-hmm. In J-Dub, that play that he went over and beat up on OBJ, that doesn't even happen, right? Because they got the ball, moved down the field quickly with OBJ, got a 15-yard penalty on Ward, and now they're going to score. You have to look at all the variables before you declare reasons as to why they won. Now, maybe Jimmy could have played better, yeah, but I still think there's some things that took place in that game that were out of Jimmy's hands and were in other people's hands, and if that wouldn't have happened, it would have been the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
We would never know.
Yeah, because things went the way they did.
Definitely a big, the way it did. But I still don't mean that we still would have, won that game. Because anything could happen, we just don't know.
Okay, Frank, is Stafford a better quarterback than Trey Lance?
He a veteran, so yeah. Of course, now he is. Trey's still a. This is the thing with Trey. Trey, we cannot put Trey.
No. Because of what you just said, I'm just saying. Okay, now, what happens this year? If we sweep the Rams, are you still going to say who has the best quarterback? See, these are the variables. What I always argue about, because I say, that's neither here nor there. Who has a better quarterback in that situation? If the better quarterback didn't play better, then that doesn't matter. Stafford. So if Trey sweeps the Rams this year, and we get to the NFCCG, and we're not injured, we're probably going to win again. Jimmy beat that team 6 times, and he swept Stafford last year.
Yeah, he did, but Stafford won the one that counted.
Okay.
So that hurt more than the previous one we won to me.
I've got nothing to say about that.
I'm definitely glad we swept them, but we still ain't going over there.
My only point was the better quarterback doesn't always be the reason why a team wins. It's
a team sport.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Jimmy, and he hasn't beat him in the playoffs yet. Dak Prescott, some people believe, is better than Jimmy, and what happened to him. It's all a matter of playing the game.
It's an overall team. There's an overall team. You got this defense and offense.
I've been saying that for 3
player.
years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with you. It's one player, but it's just the quarterback. Just is the most important piece. You know what I'm saying? So everything, because he touched the ball. You know what I'm saying? Majority of 90% times of the snap, the ball goes to him.
And Dak, and Dak proved that too by making that mess that he made in the playoffs. And I appreciate him for it.
Yeah. Like I say, I think what I like from Trey. I know it's just practice, but I just like how he just
good.
fling the ball. You know what I'm saying?
He
Just
looks
with
good.
ease. And it's practice. So if that can translate to when the season starts, you know what I'm saying? When it's bullets flying and it's really a war. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think Cal gonna put him in a great position, to win games. We don't need him to do too much. We don't need him to do too much.
I don't know how we did it, but I talked our time out, didn't I? Okay.
Frank, see how you do me, Ronbo.
I know the season already started now. I looked up and the clock was up. I don't know how long it's been up. Frank, I'm sorry. Frank, get back tomorrow and I promise not to say a word until you get done.
Okay, I will. He's my man. I appreciate it, Ronbo. But hey, the defense just gonna make him better, man. So I like what I'm hearing and seeing. So that's all. Everybody stay positive. Love you, Ronbo. Love everybody, man. And let's just get this thing rolling, man. Let's get it rolling.
In a couple of weeks.
All right.
All right, fam.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Frank. Did I see somebody say OBJ's injured already? No, he ain't. You guys got to be kidding me. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, we sit back here and we're looking at the faith that's being put in Trey. The team is looking good. The defense is going wild. And I just wondered, what are your thoughts so far since Monday, since they put the pads on?
Well, hold on. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, we can hear you. I hear it ticking.
Okay.
Too.
Okay, hold on. Well, I like everything except for how the O-line has to grow. One of the things we don't hear about this year that we were hearing about last year is how bad our defensive backs were.
I know, right?
We don't hear that this year, so I like that, but we haven't seen a whole lot. But I'm hoping this time it gives our O-line time to gel and time to grow with. So I think they'll be okay. Kyle, he definitely knows how to build a championship team. So he's gonna give these young guys time to grow, and gel, and I think they'll be okay. As long as we stay healthy, I think we'll be okay.
Oh, there it is, Charles. As long as we stay healthy. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing around the league, guys are dropping like flies. We're still up. We're still good. We're still good. Can we stay good, please?
But Hurst. I mean, I was hurt that he got hurt, but I'm like, he's always hurt.
Nothing new. I knew if he even came to the season, he was gonna find a way to get hamstring. I'm not hamstring, but his calves hurt him all year.
I know. So I'm like, that's probably why he got released from the Raiders. He was. I don't know why he got released from the Raiders, but he got released. Right, they just released him.
I bet you're right.
As good of a talent as that guy is, their jokers just released him. Said you can go. We found somebody better than you.
He's like D Ford. So, you can play great football when you're playing, but hell, you can't play. You're just never on the field.
Yeah. It's like Garrett. You remember Garrett, the offensive lineman?
Oh yeah.
The one from USC. I think it was from Stanford. He just wasn't available. So
Ayupati got like that after a while. Offensive linemen just when they get hurt, it's usually something permanent that they have to learn to live with, I guess.
Yeah.
And it just flares up.
Yeah.
But Hurts tore bicep. How you gonna tear your bicep? You lost. Your last year was a calf, and now the bicep. What is the timing on these things, bruh?
I know. So I really don't like. That's the only thing I don't like about what's going on with him. But he's always hurt. You can't really depend on him. And that's why he only got a 1-year deal to come back. But he's gonna take this money, and it's gonna be his last season. Probably gonna be his last season in the NFL. Because if he can't, it's 2 years straight he hasn't been able to stay healthy. So but other than him, we're doing. I think we're doing great. People are staying healthy, and as long as we stay healthy, I think we'll be okay. Kyle is going to shuffle the offensive line. I don't know why they got Brunskill playing the center position.
They might not have a choice, Charles. That's what's so worrisome. They don't have anybody that can play better than him, or else they'd put. What happened to Jake Brendel? I thought he was going to have that job, and now all of a sudden, looking at Brunskill, that's worrisome. How come?
Yeah, but we need a Brunskill. He was a right tackle for 2 years, and they're going to take him and make him a center back. He's the backup center right now. I don't need that. But you know what? They're probably trying to make him a jack of all trades. You know, he plays the right guard. He's the backup center. Yeah, I think that's probably what they're going to do. So they're probably going to shove. They're probably going to put him back. They're probably going to put him back to right guard because he specializes at right guard. But they're trying to get him some play in the center position. I think that's what's going on.
And he's not bad in the edge either. You know, Burford's over there at guard right now. Yeah, I think you might be right though. They just want to make sure that Brunskill's completely up to speed at center because they already know he can play the guard spot. I bet you might be right on that.
And then that flex tackle that we got back, the guy that went out with the ACL, he's a flex tackle. He can go left side or right side.
Oh, you're talking about School.
Oh yeah.
School.
We got him back. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm really happy. You know, he was playing really well when he was rookie. They plugged him in 2 years ago. Yeah. Man, he was awesome.
He could be a little better now. He's got that grown man strength and some time to look at what's going on.
Yeah.
Charles, it's always good. It's really football season when you get you and Fish Sandwich Frank get back in there. We got to go though, fam. So let me.
Okay.
We'll be back tomorrow if you got time.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll chime in tomorrow.
Hope so. Thanks, Charles.
All right. All right. Fam. Good night.
Night. It's JT.
Ronbo.
Yo, JT. Come on in, man. You know what we're doing. We're looking at the last few days of practice and making observations from what we've heard. And, it's good to hear that Deebo's back. And everybody's saying good things about Trey so far. Some of the highlight reels show that Trey, that passes, some of those passes I saw him throw last year in preseason, he doesn't look like that anymore. That ball's got a nice, tight spiral flying down the field. And it looks nice.
It really does, Ronbo. But I got something I want to say. It's been a long time since I came on to the show and dressed the Ronbo show. I fell asleep a few times. But you know what? It's a new season, Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get let me holler at you.
He's coming and doing a Trey. And now, it's a special edition of Athletes Right on Time. It's JT with Let Me Holler at You. JT, let it fly.
All right. For all you delirious Rams fans, let me tell you something. It's a new season, man. It's a new season. And I'm here to collect freaking receipts from all y'all. From all you Seahawks to all you Rams. You guys barely won by the skin of your teeth. We came in, we were hurt. And I'm not going to use it as any excuse because it's football, Nick, and guys get hurt. I understand that. But here, look at here. Y'all know we got your number. People on TV talking, they know, and they even said, we got what it takes to beat y'all. And we've proven it. And we beat y'all twice in the regular season. And boy, let me tell you, when Trey Lance gets into his groove, come week 4, between week 4 and 6, and I believe it, between week 4 and 6, boy, with our defense clamping down the way it is in practice, and when our offense starts to get the rolling, man, you guys are in trouble, man. You guys are going to be running around with your heads cut off because you ain't going to know what's going to come and hit you. You know what I'm saying? We got Trey Lance with that dual threat running threat, and he's going to be throwing deep. Man, you guys better be ready for that, man. You got a deep threat in Danny Gray. Y'all can forget about it. you might as well slap yourself. Slap yourself for thinking you're going to do something, but you ain't going to do nothing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I ain't stuttering. I guarantee it. You guys ain't going to win nothing this year. You ain't going to go repeat. And for you too, Rudy, I'm glad you're on there. I see you. You always want to throw these jabs at Ronbo, and you think I don't be watching? You think your team's something, man? I can't wait because I want to be collecting receipts from you too, bruh. And by the time when everything is all said and done, I ain't going to hear from nobody. I'm going to hear nothing but crickets on the Ronbo show.
And JT, let me ask you this. As Marketing Pro has already declared, the MVP has a name already.
Man, the MVP. I started laughing when I heard that because how many interceptions did that man throw? If Jaquaski Tartt would have caught that football, the game would have been a different outcome. Guarantee it.
So as the sun slowly settles in the west, mostly San Francisco area, the Rams will roll back into their dark hole where they belong.
They're going to go back in their shell. They're going to go back with their shell, with their tails. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? One thing I did forget to ask about Marketing Pro, didn't they lose that wide receiver that they just picked up, was supposed to make a difference? Now, OBJ, somebody must be kidding. Somebody said OBJ was already injured. Now, can OBJ come back to L.A.? And are you concerned?
Even if he did, Ronbo, even if he did, it's not going to matter. We got Emmanuel Mosley playing at a high level.
You got Tarvarius
Ward playing sticky football right now. And then you got the reemergence of Jason Verrett, my guy, JV.
Wait. Don't leave Ambry Thomas
really
out.
Forget about it.
I got plans for that boy. If anybody goes down, I feel confident if he comes in, it ain't going to be no let up. It's going to be slightly just because he ain't been out. Ambry's.
And Ronbo, and even our backup corners. I believe in Lenore. From what I'm hearing, Lenore, he's stepping it up in practice. Hell, he's looking better than Thomas a little bit.
Because you're not hearing about anybody catching anything through the slots. I don't know if they're running anything like that, but it's a good point, JT.
Yeah.
The 49ers, you see the deep shots, but that's all it's on the highlight reel. I said, Deebo did make one. Ayuk saw a short pass today. But I wonder if he's coming out of the slot. Where was you know what? That's something to keep an eye on. Watch the slot coverage.
Hey, this guy trying to speak stuff into existence. Yeah, we're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see Rudy. I'm gonna be collecting your receipt too. Rudy, I see you, Rudy. Well, I'm gonna be collecting your receipt. Jeans, your receipt too, cause I see you talking your stuff, and all you, marketing slow, all of you guys. I'm gonna be collecting receipts, bruh. And remember it, write it down.
Good stuff, JT.
I'm gonna be looking for you.
JT, good stuff. We gotta go, and I'll be back tomorrow and see what else develops in the adventures of the 49ers. All right.
Hey, I just want to say one more thing. I'm gonna be looking for y'all. All right.
There you go. Night, fam.
All right.
Good to hear from JT again. And Big Show says, hey, JV on pup list. Yeah. Who is JV? That's Jason Verrett. Yeah. Jason may not be able to help us till midway through the season. I'm hoping, though, that he's not needed in that capacity. If we lose somebody, I don't want to have to bring JV in. Because the guys we got starting right now, I got a feeling it's going to be Travaris and E-Man Mosley. That's a good combination, actually. Athleticism and everything else. Yo, Levi.
What's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Levi, man, we're just sitting back here and checking out what's going on so far. Our concerns remain the same. We're wondering how that offensive line is going to do. Trey's been under siege the majority of the time. But then again, you know what we do to make ourselves feel better? We say, yeah, but that defensive line is hell. That's okay. That offensive line has got to improve some, please. But then again, we're not looking at the first string all the time. They're looking at some people. So maybe that's part of it too. So, yeah. But Levi, what are you thinking, man?
I mean, practice makes better. So maybe he's wearing around, he'll get used to it. But first, I want to give a shout out to my man Faraz. because I know we sometimes talk junk about him. We don't like how the way he do business. But then he ended up getting Deebo under that very team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
So I don't think Farad gets enough credit, but he might get a thing because we lost before his Baltimore because he's trying to win that deal too. So that kind of makes me nervous about Nick Bosa. Because I don't think Nick Bosa is made of that same stuff, especially with Joey.
Levi, you think, are they going to sign Nick this year, you think?
I have no clue what the 49ers run their team. I'm just hoping we can sign them. Because I know Nick Bosa might be from that DeForest Buckner franchise. You're going to pay me all my money.
I think it's going to be, I think next year we're going to go through the same thing. Not as bad as Deebo, because Nick's not going to take his wall and take the 49ers stuff off of it and start going public and anything like that. I think Nick will lay back and wait. He's got confidence. Nobody's going to get rid of Nick. Nobody's going to get rid of Deebo. He should have known too. So.
Yeah, they will probably pay him, but
no doubt.
I just want to give Parag a shout out because I don't think anybody ever said anything nice about him on the channel.
They don't. But you're right.
What we always talk about, we always work, but we always worry about the cap. Oh, my cap money. Okay, this dude is doing his job. He's making our cap money flexible.
See? And that takes a lot of
nobody
work.
wants to give him credit for that.
You're right, Levi.
So,
people have no idea
put some respect
what goes into that.
Parag's name. He has to try to win these deals, keep us flexible. So we got, and look at the defensive line and offensive line and all the total team. You talking about how great we love our team. Guess who made the cap money work?
That's it.
So that's all I got to say about that. I don't want to use most of my time just talking about Parag. I just wanted to give a little shout out to him. Especially after I saw Deebo's contract, I was expecting like he's gonna be like around Tyreek Hill or whatever. And then he's like winning the bottom one. And then they put in some little trash incentives. Then they put some little incentives in and say, hey man, we'll give you something that's because you gotta have to run sometimes. So.
Deebo can't wait to run the block. I guarantee you.
I think he wants the typical runs like the end rounds and get his yards that way. That's the safest, most efficient way. Get there, like I said, hit them and then run out of bounds.
Levi, you know, one thing about that, though, what concerns me is it's a part of an incentive package. I'm not sure what is necessary for Deebo to get that incentive, but he will be – those runs are going to work toward fulfilling that, right? So I don't know what that means. Are we going to give the ball more to Deebo than usual? Are they going to pick strategically, going to pick those moments when he gets the ball? Don't force that issue, please. I'm a little concerned about that. But, yeah, I like the idea that he is on board with running the ball.
Well, from what I read, I know it was 300-some yards rushing to get the incentive, and then he had to get 3 rushing touchdowns. So it's nothing that's too hard to fit those in. Like short yardage, okay, we need Deebo, we need you on those plays. He's going to be excited. You're like, okay, that's one of my 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing that's hard, but the incentives ain't nothing great because nothing is over $1 million. I think one is 750, another one's like 200. But it ain't nothing big, but hey, it's an incentive, so you know.
Because his big payday is his salary. So yeah, I just don't start forcing things out there. That's how people get hurt, guys. Let's if the opportunity presents itself, okay, go for it. But I got Tyrion Davis-Price. That's a big man. I got Trey Sermon. He needs to prove he belongs on this team. Let's not try to run Deebo to death this year. You know.
Yeah. I don't think, especially at the beginning of the year, we won't see why running back can do. People think he'll be trotted down. He could be like the last line in the where he try to do what they did last year. But just to wrap up on my last topic before I run out of time about Jimmy, my thing is he is very dependent on winning. He has to get his value in the league, his perceived value in the league up.
Yeah.
A lot of quarterbacks in this league got a lot of perceived value. They may have not accomplished nothing. They may not have gotten a team this far, but they got a lot of perceived value, and that's why they can always get max contracts and everything. Right now, Jimmy's at a place where people will actually legitimately feel like, man, this dude might not be in the league soon. Despite his winning, despite his leadership, despite all his good things. That's why on the last call, my main point was that Jimmy has to go to the team that gives him the best chance to keep winning. Because right now, that's his best calling card. Because you hear anybody talk about Jimmy, well, I don't know, but Jimmy wins. Well, not might be making a mistake because at least we know Jimmy wins. He may not look the greatest in the playoffs, but they win 4 out of 2. Eventually, he can maybe get that 3rd or 4th win. But that's why
you're right.
Jimmy, whoever team he goes to.
Levi, I know exactly what you said. I hope he goes to a team where he's the focal point instead of – because our team, Kyle distributes the workload, but other teams have the quarterback out there taking all the load. That's why I say look at Matthew Stafford throwing the ball 80, 90 times a game. Nobody cares. That's what McVay does. His quarterback throws the ball all day. So, Jimmy ought to get the chance to be on that team, see what he looks like. And maybe it might reshape the perception on him as well. We'll see.
Yeah,
I wish him the best.
Seattle, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Seattle because I think the road is going to be unnecessarily too hard. Now, I get it. That's your only option where you can start. And, yeah, my best option, which might not be the best option for the team, is Dolphins.
Dolphins?
You can sit behind
Hey, you know
Tua,
what?
and then Tua fails in his first 5 games. He
Yeah.
come in when the season is a little bit easier while he's learned the offense, and then he can rebuild up his value. That would
Levi-
be the optimal thing.
Levi, we got to go, but you know what? You're probably right on target with that because Mike McDaniel loves Jimmy. I've heard what he said about Jimmy. So, you know what? Could be. Well, it's going to take some time, though. Tua's got to really mess up. So, all right, fam. Hey, Levi, be back tomorrow. Looking for you.
All right.
All right,
Later,
fam.
Ronbo.
Hey, appreciate you, fam. Have a good night.
You too.
Let's go check out E. Yo, E. It's funny, that silence is kind of weird. E. Let's go back to E.
Yes.
Oh, there
yes.
he is. Hey. Hey. When I don't hear a background, I figure something got cut off. Come on in, man, fam.
I'm passed out.
Are you on the East Coast? Because we're late.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. Appreciate you waiting up for us. Well, Lee, we're sitting here talking about, most of the guys on the team that they talk to, they got all the confidence in the world in Trey, and that's good because that's going to make him feel good about what he's doing as well. The defense right now is so intense that you just look at what they're doing and think, well, you know what? No matter what else, that defense is not going to be messed with, So, what are you thinking, though?
I'm thinking that same thing. The defense going to be definitely good. I think the offense going to, have his bumps and bruises. That's what I was
growing pains.
I don't want this to happen because I don't want us to start off slow. But I think we might pick up some centers though when the preseason, when they start cutting these people, when we start, people get dropped from other teams, we're gonna have at least 2 new offensive linemen.
Ooh.
So I don't want us to start off slow. But we could start off a 2-2 or a 3-1. That's what's scaring me. If we do the 2-2, all these fake fans start running around and they start talking mess. But we 3-1. Hopefully, what we will be.
You mentioned that because right now we're all in a great mood because the season hasn't started yet. Everybody's got a clean slate. You're right. I wonder how we're going to react if the first loss. How we're going to react. The first 4 games they look winnable, right? But if something should go wrong and we lose to the wrong team, wait a minute. We play them in the first 4 weeks? I haven't looked at the schedule lately.
I think so.
Uh-oh. See, we're going to be tested coming out of the gate. There is, know what? There's no easy game on the schedule. 17 weeks. There's no easy game, though.
But Seattle.
Right. And see, I got a thing about that. Seattle still worries me. I don't know. I got to see us beat them.
Russell Wilson worried me more than Seattle.
That uniform. There's something about that city. I just don't. God, they bother me. We got to beat them, though. This is that year to get that monkey off our back.
I don't like the Cardinals with Kyler Murray. He's scary.
Yeah, I agree. He's too small. He's too fast. And now he's angry. They accused him of something that embarrassed him. Now he's going to be running around out there with a chip on his shoulder. All right, y'all think I don't study? Y'all think I don't sit and play computer games? All right, come on, let's go. And now he's going to come out there.
Oh, yeah, they said he had to read a playbook over or something.
I know. Right? Now they're talking about downloading the playbook in his computer games and put it in his Madden and everything else. So, Kyler Murray's a grown ass man, and you guys are talking about him like this, and he got mad and had him remove that clause out of his contract. He said it's too late, Kyler. We already heard it, okay? And that's hard to make that stuff up.
Terrible. Actually, it's a good learning process because I don't know, if that's what you can learn, the best way to get you to learn it. Do what you can do. Do what you have to do.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, just get the job done.
Well, he's going to be tough.
What else going on, Ronbo?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. We're looking at some of the things that are we're trying to we're how do you say before we're looking for the issues before they happen. Right now, the offensive line, everybody's concerned. That's a universal thing amongst us all. There's no preemptive strikes the 49ers can do to cure that. It's got to be what it's going to be. We need to see some signs. Maybe we'll sit in the first preseason game because they'll be out there for a few minutes. If they look like they're a mess in preseason the first week, I don't know what to expect.
Ayuk, my man, he's stepping up.
Yeah, he does look good. I just hope that Trey has time to find him. If that offensive line, because when the real hostiles come at us, our defensive line,
true hostile.
Yeah, our defensive line right now is letting everybody know, look, we can get through that door. So we need to do something about that because we're coming in. If we're coming in, there's some other teams going to be coming in too. Remember, we don't have no easy schedule this year. And so that's why I'm saying, oh, man, that offensive line has got to be fixed.
We got some holes there. I think, it's going to be like a lot of things is the chemistry too. Everybody was talking about, somebody pointed it out. We don't need all 90s or 80s overall players. We need people who know how to gel together and how to work together as a team.
Yep. That's what the offensive line's all
about. Good.
They got to find a cohesion and understand each other. It's that kind of thing where they don't want to have to look at each other. They already know what the other's going to do. It becomes second nature. They've got to get to that level. With Trey, I don't want to see him under siege like that. We saw last year what happened to Justin Fields. I mean, it was brutal. So,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's hard to get a play, taken care of when you running left and right when it's supposed to, you know what I mean? You can't even pay attention to what's going on, down the field if somebody's right in your face.
Mm-hmm. And a linebacker comes out of nowhere and knocks you all the way up into the stands.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of hard. He's yelling and screaming and hands waving.
That's just not going to happen. So we got to get that offensive line's got to. I mean, I know Kyle's aware of it. So let's see if he gets that worked out. Hey,
we don't have go ahead.
We got to pull up. I'll be back tomorrow though. All right.
Me too. I think I'm gonna try to be up in here tomorrow too with you.
And I'm gonna try my best to not make you wait too late. I promise. All right, fam.
Friday, right? We got a game on Friday, Thursday, then Saturday, something like that.
Next week, yeah. 12.
Yeah, Friday, Thursday, and Saturday, I think.
Exciting. That's a lot of football.
I like it.
I love it. Hey, that's right. The pre-camp thing. That's right. The collaborate. Yeah, I haven't looked at the schedule in a while. All right, fam. Talk to you in a minute.
Talk to you tomorrow. Give me 24.
Looking forward to it. You want to holler? No. Okay. I know what you mean now. Okay. All right. See you tomorrow, fam.
My bad.
All right. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven in Rome checking in. Steven, man, we're sitting there going over some of the things we've seen so far in the last few days. It looks good. Well, you know what's so funny? Because the highlights that are saving, they do look glorious. They're not saving any defensive highlights. So, and that's the ones they're writing about all the time. It's a work in progress. But I got a feeling it's going to iron itself out. It has to, because like I was saying earlier, we got one of the most difficult schedules we've had in a long time. We only play a couple of teams that aren't playoff bound.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we play all of our playoff teams in the early round too, in the first quarter of the season.
Yep.
So it's going to be a very interesting season for the 49ers. I mean, the defense I have no worry about. I hope.
Mhm.
You know, again, if we stay healthy, there's nothing to worry about. But if you know, if people start dropping like flies, then we're back to square one. But
That's
our
every year
wide
we go through
receivers,
that.
though,
Steven, don't say it. Oh,
our wide receivers, though, Ronbo.
we got a lot.
Ooh.
We got a lot.
We have a lot, and they're deadly.
Yes.
They're very deadly. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Danny Gray would have been good? Or what was it? Maybe Davis Price. That's another one.
You know,
I
Danny
keep
looked
messing
good
up his
today, too.
name. It's something.
Yeah, Jamal Jennings.
And then who else? Juwan Jennings. Yep, Juwan Jennings. I mean, he's been from what I've heard, he's been kind of quiet here and there.
Yeah, Juwan.
But
I read that today too. Yeah, Juwan's been kind of in the background. You know, when we got Danny Gray, that kind of made that your offense, your wide receiver nucleus was already formed. Gray, Ayuk, Samuel. That is going to be a hard group to break because Gray, even if he's not excellent, he serves a role for that offense. That defense has to respect him. So now Ayuk and Deebo and Kittle, they got that whole middle of the field to work. That's so important to Kyle's offense.
Well, not only that, Rumble, but we also have to look at that offensive line, that interior offensive line. Ooh, Justin, what's his name? Justin Poe or what's his name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I read about him today too.
I heard he's doing really good too. Unfortunately, Aaron Banks seems to be suffering. Justin School looks to be promising. The same thing with that. Who else? I think it was
Burford.
Goalie? Yeah, School.
Oh, School. Yeah, School.
Burford,
B-U-R.
Buford. Oh man.
F-O-R-D. I understand he's doing not bad
Buford
at
looks
right
promising.
guard.
Yeah, there are some, you know, characters in that lineup that I'm kind of curious about. But what I want to know is what happened to the Mexican kid. He's supposed to be up for grabs this year.
Yeah, you know, it's funny.
Alfredo
Nothing's been
Gutierrez.
said about him. He's got to be out there though. They didn't make any cuts.
Yeah, so I'm wondering what's going to happen. I'm wondering what his move or what Kyle's going to do with that offensive line, because he would, to be honest, I think he would be a really good center just because of his size.
Ooh,
so I mean, who knows? Because again,
size.
The one thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking he's got mammoth. I didn't think about him as center. You know, he's got mammoth size. It'd take a while to get around him, too.
Yeah, he's massive for a Mexican. That's real tall. That's real tall.
And he's not thin. That the dude is wide too. So, yeah, we'll find out because
we'll see.
Yeah, because I've not heard anything. They've not heard anything about. But that doesn't mean anything because we haven't heard anything about a lot of people on the team. Jawan, the reports have been silent. You don't hear about Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Some of the guys they picked up, the other offensive linemen they drafted, you haven't heard much about except for 3 or 4. It's like the 49ers have gotten down to a few guys they like, and the rest of the people are not talking about as far as the reporters go. So I don't really can't draw any conclusions yet.
Yeah, honestly, like I really want. I mean, if he performs good in OTAs and practice, then I think he deserves a shot to play with, you know, at least a game or so, or at least be a backup. You know, give him a shot because apparently Aaron Banks isn't doing much. He's getting beat at every corner, at every possible direction.
I got to stop glancing through these write-ups and leave the whole thing. Aaron Banks was he suffering today? Oh man, Trent said something good about him last week, but hasn't said anything since then. Oh God.
I've kind of already given up on him, Ronbo.
Oh, it's that bad. I'm gonna go back and read it again tonight. You know what? Because Aaron Banks, he didn't get any work in last year.
Me, though. That's just me though. I mean, him going into the NFL and then getting injured. What was it? The preseason? Not even preseason. I think is the beginning of the last leg of the OTAs. You know, it's just kind of like it's kind of defeating when you see that, especially for him being a second rounder. You're just like, okay, he comes back playing the same position, but he's getting completely dominated. But I try to be optimistic and be like, looking at every other person on that defensive line, like, okay, it's not easy.
You're right.
At the same time, he's going to be playing against harsher defenses.
And maybe not harsher defenses, but somewhere near the same, if not the same. It's not going to be easy.
Oh yeah, and if we play the Rams, Ronbo, and they kind of see the sore spot in the offensive line, and it's going to be Aaron Banks, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and I forget who else on that defense is going to eat him alive. He can be as big as he wants, and he can be as angry as he wants, but if he ain't got the hands and footwork, it's over.
It's gonna be, and Trent Williams is gonna be pissed because he's playing right next to him. He said, "I can't do your job and mine." So he's got to get it together. Can you imagine the intimidation of playing next to Trent Williams? As some have called him the best football player in the league. Man, you got to.
Hey, rightfully so, though.
You got to come to work if you're going to play next to him, though. Oh, my God. People going to be seeing you, and they're going to blame you for everything that's wrong on the left side of that line if you can't hold up your end. Oh, my God. He's under a lot of pressure.
And I also want to touch up on the whole thing with, Brandon Ayuk and Fred Warner. I think that's like the most talked about thing right now because for good reason. From what I've heard, from what I've read, from what I've seen, Fred Warner loves to talk a lot of shit. Iron sharpens iron kind of mentality. But it goes to a certain part where it's like, bro, like, you keep talking that shit, like you're gonna catch it. You're gonna see these hands.
No, you're right, but because I remember Trey said earlier this season, and some of the things Fred has said were disrespectful. I can't imagine what Fred said because I can't see Trey being tender. What Fred said must have been seriously bad. But anyway, Steven, we ran out of time. I'll see you tomorrow, though. Looking for you. You and
All right, Ronbo. All right. You have a good night.
You too, fam. Night. And there's Brian. Brian, come on in.
Oh, I'm stealing it tonight. TNT, Trey, finally.
You're stealing it tonight. I was wondering, where's he coming? Brian.
I never have a problem waiting, but an hour and 20 minutes and having to listen to Cowboy fans and Rams fans.
You
have to push into the back of the line.
They probably
really
got it here.
Like,
Brian, since they had an agenda, they called in quickly. And they got lined up in that order, I guess.
But again, you gotta keep the faithful, first. Put everybody, we're gonna fall asleep listening to the Rams and the Cowboys and the Falcons. And when we got East Coast callers calling in and stuff like, we got to get them in first because it's. But anyways, thanks for having me on, Ronbo.
Absolutely.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of different things. We're right here in the middle of preseason, starting the preseason. We got a couple games coming real quick. The pageant just went on. Everybody's starting to get, a little antsy. And when tempers start to fly because someone's talking and you start fighting because someone's talking, this is football. Everybody hits everybody.
Yeah.
But when you lose your mind and you can't control your actions and you run off the side of the side, you're not even on the field, and you run onto the field to fight somebody. You've been thinking of that boy. He's in your head. So right now,
I remember the last
Fred
time I
Warner,
seen that practice. Wow.
He lives in Brandon Ayuk's head right now, and hopefully that just makes Brandon Ayuk a better player.
But Brian, are you concerned with the fact that anybody who sees that says, you know what, guys, all we got to do is chat him up, guys, chat him up. Every chance you get, throw something at Brandon Ayuk, and let's see if we can disturb him and get him off his game. See, Brandon's got to chill out. He really does.
Yeah, you got to take it, like I was saying, if you're listening to someone and they're trying to work you up and then you start to fight them, you just lost control. You lost control of the whole situation because you let someone's words get to you and then it became physical. So if Brandon's out there and he does something stupid, because somebody on the other side of the field is saying something to him and then he gets us a penalty or he causes us to lose a game because of his attitude.
Flags.
That's all speculation. But hey, have you seen the Rams Super Bowl ring yet? Doesn't it look like it came from In-N-Out?
Wait, say it again.
In-N-Out, the burger scene? Have you seen the Rams Super Bowl ring?
I have not.
Okay, so the Rams Super Bowl ring looks just like In-N-Out's logo. It's got the palm trees on it and everything.
I can't wait to go see it now. Brian, what made you go check that ring out? I hadn't even. I didn't even.
Well, it got flashed on Twitter a couple times, and I started looking at it, and I'm like, they're really proud of it. You know, they got 2 rings now, one in L.A. and one in St. Louis, and they keep talking about our dusty trophies, but we still got 5. And we've still been to the Super Bowl 2 times since our 5 Super Bowls. So
all those people
they
say
got a
that.
lot to catch up to.
Yeah, those rings don't get old.
Hey, and you know, while we're talking and everything, you know, everybody who calls in and stuff like that, all the Rams fans and the Seahawk fans and Cardinals and, you know, everybody else, when you get in the chat, you start talking your crap. You go home or, you know, like get up off your couch and go in the mirror and look yourself in the face and say, man, I told them on Ronbo today. I mean, you really put that much time into coming into a Niners chat to say what you need to say about what? You go to your chat. Wait, there aren't Rams chats. There aren't other teams chats because they're always here. And you know,
they're not winning any matches either, Brian. They come in here and they get their butt handed to them. They get a punch in here and there, but they still get beat up.
I mean, you come in and you say a couple of jabs and stuff like that, you know, and you say some stuff, and you think, you know, like what, you're a superhero or something like that. You're an internet keyboard hero or something like that. I don't know, but hey, we were talking about the cortisone shot, right, with Matthew Stafford.
On his elbow?
He's got now, his elbow, right? So he keeps getting injected into his elbow. How much longer is he going to be able to inject into his elbow before there's nothing left to shoot up?
Hey, Brian, you know about cortisone shots. You know what? Every time you do that, and if he's trying to work through that, it does more damage. Cortisone just numbs it out, so you go ahead and make movements that you would not make if the pain central lets you know to cut it out. So I can't believe the Rams are that stupid.
He might have won a Super Bowl, Stafford there, and you know he's a good quarterback. He's been in the league for a long time.
20 years.
He's not LA. He's not LA's quarterback. He's not there for LA. And when he won his Super Bowl, I know he was buzzing and stuff up there on the stage, and the Super Bowl, the Rams parade and stuff. When his wife and him were up on stage, and his fan fell off the stage, and he just turned his back on him and walked away. That's what LA's going to do to
You're
Stafford
right.
here soon.
Is that the way you look at your fans? Yeah, because you're from Detroit, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't care, and you know they don't care. They're just there for a couple of seasons, and then they're going to move on. And if he can stay healthy, then that's one thing. But if Tart would have caught that ball, the whole narrative would have been different. And I know everybody says Shanahan chokes in the last 10 minutes and stuff like that. That could be true, but every game's different. Every game is different.
That's what I say. You know, there's always a series of things. Everything has to go right for you to win a Super Bowl, and everything went right for the Rams this year, even though they weren't all that. But everything went right for them, and that's what usually how you win a Super Bowl.
It's just really convenient that the Super Bowl was in LA this year. It was really convenient that they ended up getting to the championship game. It's really convenient that all that's happened. And at the end of the day, they seem to forget that they lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots just a couple years ago. And they only put up 3 points. They couldn't manage anything. And, you know, they're basically the same team right there. You know, eliminate Goff and Stafford. They both are basically the same player. And at the end of the day, you're going to sit back and say, oh, you're a better team. You won the Super Bowl last year, but we don't put watermelons on our heads.
Yeah.
You know that, Ronbo? We don't wear watermelons on our heads. And last thing before I go, we don't seem to have to move around to cities to cities. I mean, the Rams were in Cleveland. They're in St. Louis, L.A., St. Louis. They went back to L.A. Where are they going to be next year? San Diego, you know, San Antonio. Are they moving back to St. Louis? Take your watermelons, get off the Niners chat, and, you know, if you don't – you know, go look yourself in the mirror right now and tell yourself, I was on Niners chat for 2 hours, 3 hours talking crap. I feel good about my life. You know, I mean, come on.
Look, Brian scored points. Brian,
Ronbo,
good stuff.
I'm looking forward to this season. Somebody said this a couple weeks ago. We should change our helmets. We've won 5 Super Bowls. We don't change our helmet. We are not the Rams. We don't have multicolor helmets. We don't have multicolor uniforms or the red and gold. Somebody also said something about Tabor Pepper, thinking that he's not going to make the team. Since Tabor Pepper came onto the team, we got rid of Kyle Nelson, and we've been okay at that position. Long snapping is not easy. They say pimping's not easy. Well, long snapping's not easy, okay? And that, I got to say good night to everybody. Have a good night, and thanks again, Ronbo, for having me on.
This is the Brian. I've never seen this, Brian. I love it. Brian, I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. Have a good night, Lillian. Tony, good night to you, too. Night, Brian. Pimping and long snapping. Okay? There's a parallel there. Yo, he is one half of the incredible group of TNT. He is Trez. Get in here. Because pimping ain't easy.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo, go on and spread some red and gold. Okay.
I keep it here ready for you, waiting to throw it out there every time. Trez, how you doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
I'm
2022.
feeling pretty good, Ronbo. Feeling pretty good. Heard about the commotion today at practice, with Fred Warner and IU. But look, not to worry, people. These things happen in every
year.
Football training camp every year. It's hot, tempers flare, people trying to prove themselves. It's a whole bunch going on. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo? So can't put too much stock in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a great team. You know what I'm saying? When you come together, certain things trigger people, and you only build from there. You come together from it. That's what makes a brotherhood.
And when you go back to the locker room, take a shower, you go over there and tell your boy, you know what? You just got on my last nerve, did you? But you ain't, and then you're back again. It's okay.
Exactly. But I'm looking for some great things to happen this year, Ronbo. And I noticed, I've been watching, and I noticed a few days ago, the Jimmy G is missing behind. Now, I just want to say this right here. You like Jimmy G, Ronbo, and you respect Jimmy for what Jimmy came in and did for the organization and turning us around. And he gave us 2 appearances, NFC Championship, 1 Super Bowl appearance. I would have kept it up, Ronbo. I wouldn't take it down because you respect the man, and Jimmy did come in and help this organization. So that's how I feel about Jimmy.
Well, thanks, Trez. A lot of people don't appreciate my respect for Jimmy, but I don't really. It's okay.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, the opinion don't matter. It don't matter, Ronbo. They didn't buy the fat head, so what what does it matter?
Well, actually, Brian's raised funding for me to get a fat. I had some trouble getting it. Brian, I'll talk to you later about that too. I had some trouble getting into that, but that's nice.
But since I heard you name the candidates that you might put up there, and if I could throw my little coin in the hat, for an opinion, I would say go with Patrick Willis.
I like Willis up there to represent defense.
Yeah, because you Ronbo Sports, you represent the 49ers, so we got Joe Montana, and then we'll have a defense player. So when we talk, we're talking offense and defense, so it'll be represented. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
And that's just the way I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm a huge Patrick Willis fan.
And Willis was such a colorful defender. I'm trying to think of somebody. Charles Haley was one of the most colorful defensive players of all time. Ronnie Lott was one. But Willis, something about Willis is, and people get mad, but I would just say Willis there's something about him that culminates defense.
Yeah. Well, Willis was he represented the new school and the old school.
Yes,
he was that throwback.
That's right. That's right.
He was a tweener at the time. He could have played with Lott them, and he could play in today's game. So kind of like a tween. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Willis could run with Fred down the field, coverage too. Yeah. And when it comes to knocking Jesus out of somebody, remember that New York Jet dude that came around that corner? Tried to stand up on his knees and passed out. Willis is walking back the line of scrimmage. Oh my God, he hit him so hard.
Woo! He folded quite a few over the middle. So look, as camp heat up and we get into this preseason, you know what I'm saying? I want to see a lot. I want to see Cal kind of like bring these rookies along in the preseason. We already know what the vets can do.
Oh, he's going.
And then too, because you don't want an injury
No.
to come, a major injury to happen in these preseason games. You want to get through preseason and have the nucleus intact, ready to go for the regular season. Some of these new guys, we just got, put them out there and let's see what they got. You know what I'm saying?
And they have to, Trez.
Take a hard look at them.
Yeah, because you make a mistake and cut the wrong person if you don't. So
Exactly. There's no need for Deebo to suit up. There's no need for IU to suit up, in my opinion. Really. You need the nucleus of the team. Yeah, all the playmakers need to be there, both on defense and offense. So Cal needs to be smart about that this year.
In fact, Trez,
because
you and I both, we could make our 53 out right now. Now, if somebody, they're all pretty much going to rest. You take a couple minutes out there, but during the preseason games. But everybody else is out there the whole time, and I want to see did I miss anybody.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Right. You want to take a good hard look at all these new acquires and say, hey, look, what we have here, and who can we, put on the practice squad, and where can we go from here? Because, in my opinion, Pete and Cheat, you know him, Ronbo, you know him.
He's watching.
Pete watching. Pete gonna be watching. You know what I mean? So he already acquired Marquise Goodwin over there. You know
what is Goodwin? Is he in saddle now? Oh.
Yeah.
Pete,
you didn't know that?
Pete. No, I usually keep an eye on Marquise. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they signed Marquise. They signed Marquise. What? I think so. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Another X49 over there.
But he can't. It's a different program now. Marquise can give him all the intel he wants. So I don't know why you got Taylor Gabriel. Taylor Lockett. You got you got Metcalf,
right?
And now they got another speedster too that got hurt last year. So you know what? I got to tell you, Trez, everybody else thinks, most people think that we're just going to walk in and just beat hell out of them. I don't think that way about that team, that organization. Anyway, we're going to find out. I'm going to learn to relax on this. I just know it. I'm going to get my chance.
Well, you know what, Ronbo, this is a true statement. Not for long. You don't take any team for granted.
Hey.
NFL, you know what I'm saying? You don't take any team for granted, man. You can't sit back and say, hey, just because they don't have Russell Wilson or they don't have DJ Metcalf, that we just gonna walk into Seattle and come up with dubs. That don't work like that.
And as a matter of fact, they do have DK. So that's what I'm saying. And Tyler Lockett ain't going anywhere. We'll find out though. Trez, we got to roll over, man. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo. Look, shout out to the chat. Shout out to my partner. Shout out to the TNT family. Shout out to production, Ronbo. Shout out to you most importantly. We love you. You have a good one.
Thanks,
and like I say, you know what I'm saying, I respect your decision on taking Jimmy down, but, Jimmy did a lot for us. I respect Jimmy, and I respect what he did. And so I understand your passion for him. I left it up, in my opinion. But, hey.
Trez, honestly, I get tired of hearing it from folks. So I just said, you know what? Jimmy's not here. He's not playing. Fine. I'll take it down. The next person that goes up there, they'll never be able to talk about because he's retired and he already did his work for the 49ers. So, yeah, that's what that is.
There you go.
Anyway.
There you go. All right, Ronbo, have a good one.
You too, Trez. Appreciate you, fam. Have a great night.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. It's Roberto.
What up, Ronbo?
Roberto, man, we haven't talked. I don't even know how many months it's been.
I know, man. I waited last week, man.
Yeah, we got cut off, and it was like
you were like, oh, I gotta go.
Roberto, we had equipment failure. Production was looking at me like we're dead.
Man.
So I didn't do it on purpose.
You made me wait, man. I was like, man.
Roberto!
I was like, man, I hope I'm next, and you have to go. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll try next time. So
Roberto,
I finally got in, man.
Roberto, whatever you're thinking, I can't wait to hear. What's going on with how you feel about the 49ers right now? Is everything, because I haven't talked to you since a lot of this stuff that's going on now. Roberto, you weren't in the conversations. Anywhere you want to start? What are you thinking?
Well, what I want to say, man, is that the the man, I'm ready for the season, man.
Yeah, are
And
you?
Trey, man, Trey
Yeah.
is gonna no Trey is gonna it's gonna be some it's gonna be something special, man. This season,
It's
so
looking that way. It's looking that way.
yeah, man, and we will make the playoffs. We will make the playoffs with him.
We
So
have to. If that's
yeah,
we cannot not go to the playoffs. It's just we have to. And Roberto, it's the most difficult schedule. It is really tough. I mean, ain't no. Everybody says, "Well, we got Seattle." Yeah, I don't know if that's an easy game. So but everybody else, boy, it's gonna be a game.
yeah, and like I said, man, Trey, Trey, he got some good weapons. Man, he got a Hugh and he got Deebo to
Lean on. Yeah.
like for help,
Yeah.
Deebo and Ayuk will make Trey better. And
The run game too.
yeah,
This is the thing. I don't know, Roberto. The run game every year has been good. Is it going to be good this year? Because what Kyle does, and he already said he's not changing the playbook. We're going to run, and that means Tyrion Davis-Price, Elijah Mitchell, and Trey Sermon have got to produce in order for us to do what we want to do. So it's gonna be
yeah,
interesting to see.
man, that defense is looking good, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, Killa is looking good. Trey Jackson is looking good.
Yeah.
Man,
He's a
that
steal.
defense.
Roberto, he's a steal. We got him in what? This third round?
I think it was third round.
Yeah, you know what? That dude, they said that was a first round pick, but for some reason, he fell to the third round. I forgot what was said about that, but we may have just got away with, full scale robbery. I'm talking complete. We got away with the goods. We'll see.
You know what, Ronbo? Our defense, man, our front seven, it's the best. It's the best one. That front seven. Our defense is the best defense in the NFC West, man. I'm telling you, man.
Rams, don't say that. It's true.
And you know what, man? We're gonna smack Stafford to the ground. I'm telling you, man.
Really? Because
all
those guys got experience working together. Go ahead.
And the Lance, man, they ain't gonna run it back. I'm telling you, man. Rudy,
they're running back.
Rudy,
he's not bad. He's pretty good, but
but Rudy, man, he's living that fantasy life. He's living that fantasy life, man. Living that fantasy life. He's looking at stars up in the sky.
Roberto, that's why it's going to be so sweet. Winning the game is one thing, but if we could just humiliate them, because the Rams know they escaped last year. If we could just humiliate them in that first matchup, that's going to be nice. You know what Rudy does, though? Rudy always comes in and he congratulates us. Even if he says something mean, he still congratulates us. You guys got lucky again tonight, so congratulations on that. I bet you don't win another game the rest of the year. Rudy, remember you?
Rumble. Rumble. Hey, don't forget, man. I'm Rudy's daddy, man. I'm his real daddy. So
that means you give whoopings and make him go to bed.
You know what, Rumble? Rumble. You want to know what's Rudy's favorite song when he goes to the gym?
What?
His favorite song is Mary had a little lamb, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb.
Hey,
Yeah.
but Rudy, I mean Roberto, I gotta tell you, I'm not sure if Rudy's at the gym too often.
Yeah, but I'm saying whenever he goes to the gym, that's his favorite song when he's working out.
Roberto, hey, Roberto,
Mary
also,
had a little lamb,
lamb,
little
lamb,
lamb.
little.
Yeah, that's his
Roberto's actually
favorite
got
song, man. When
some
he's
undertone
working out like this.
he's saying there.
Ooh, Mary had a little lamb.
Roberto, what I want you to do is before the Ram game, you stock up on the best Cubans that you want to see. Get a cigar. As you notice, Rudy's been coming in and letting us see him smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
So when you know what, be ready for that Rams game. And we're all gonna smoke cigars and zoom in, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm gonna smoke? I'm gonna smoke that Fruity Rudy's pack.
Roberto,
Yeah, Rudy, I'm smoking your pack.
Roberto,
That Lamps pack.
gotta go, Roberto.
The
Roberto,
Rudy's pack.
I'll be back tomorrow looking for you, Roberto.
All right, man. I'll come back tomorrow, man.
All right, looking forward to it.
All right, man. I miss you, man. I must be
Same
long.
here.
I
Been
must
too
be.
long.
I must be like from before New Year's, but yeah.
Gotta be. All right, Roberto. Have a good night, fam.
All right, man.
All right.
And peace out, man. Much love.
Peace out. Deshaun Page, thanks. What's up? How are you? Doing great. The defense is dominating in training camp. Emmanuel Mosley looks good. Yeah, that's you know what? I don't want complete domination. That's got to get better, though. You can't play the same defense every day and get your butt handed to you. So they got to get better soon, so we can feel a little better. Hey, Howard. Howard. Yeah.
Let me just say something real quick, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was listening earlier, and I heard somebody say that Matthew Stafford is going to be MVP. Did Stone Cold Steve Austin hear that correctly, Ronbo?
I believe so.
If you want to see the Rams fall flat straight on their face and bust their sorry asses and watch all the Rams fans eat pro this season, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Levi's got, Howard's got that stuff down. You know what? See, this is why I can't wait for the season started. If for no other reason to get the Rams up out of here, talking trash, because I mean, they got to, by the way, Rams fans, don't let us win the first 2 or 3 games and you do the opposite, because that would mean your presence in the chat will be a joke. It is somewhat now, but they, see, this is the only time they had. Their gap was between the Super Bowl and now, Howard. Now the clock is ticking on all that good time, and if they can't maintain pressure on supposedly being the Super Bowl champion, it's all over, Howard. And we'll never be able to find these people. This is what bothers me. I wish there was a way to track them when they stop coming in.
Hey, they coming in right now. So you got them receipts, brother. You got them receipts. We've been listening. They coming in here. They do they talk they jazz like You're gonna be MVP this year. Woo woo woo. Trey Lance gonna be woo woo. He ain't gonna be nothing. We're not scared of Trey. We're more scared of Jimmy. Okay, whatever.
You know, the thing is, they scatter. I have tried. I remember last year was trying to find the Detroit the fan. We couldn't find him. Everybody was trying to find him. So we had a network going on. Listen, if you guys see the Detroit fan, this is where we go report back to. Let us know so we can gang rush him all at the same time. Detroit versus everybody. Okay. He said he's going to beat our brains out in the first game, that we was way too confident. And you know what happened in week 1 last year.
Yep.
And
they felt really good about that. They thought, okay, we came back with, I guess, the Niners, whatever. And they thought, hey, maybe this is the year. We could do something.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I feel bad. I honestly I feel bad for Lions fans. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, you know
I
what?
really do.
The Lions fans, that organization. See, Don Burr. There's not a lot of people that speak that vocally about their team when they're getting their brains beat out like that. So I give Don Burr a little bit of credit on that. 'Cause to come over here and amongst us and talk like that is amazing, and threaten that we're going to lose week 1 to his team. A lot like Michael in Chicago. Michael's backed up. He's pumped the brakes a little bit on thinking he was just going to beat us up. But, you know, every year we get somebody who comes in and lets us know we're going to lose week 1. Whoever we play first sends their representative over, and they stay with us until week 1. And then after that, we never see them again. But Don Burr stayed for 2 years in a row already.
Hey, props to him, man. That's all I can say about that.
Hey, fam, give me some. What are you thinking about the team so far? Are you okay with what you're seeing so far? Do you like see some things come different? Are you concerned? What are you thinking?
I have no concerns. Me personally, I have no concerns. I've seen good things, hearing good things, and that pass that Trey Lance threw to Brandon Ayuk was
Twice.
a thing of beauty.
Is it 3 times now? You see that one-handed catch that Malik Turner made today? Oh man, I said, look at that. Oh,
it was just crazy, man.
One hand.
He's trying to get on the team, man. He's trying to get the team. He's trying to get on the team, man. This is what we need. We need guys that want to play hard, show their commitment. And we're starting to see it. Brandon Ayuk come out of his shell. You know he's quiet. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't quiet now. You ready to whoop somebody's behind?
He came out on Fred. I was like, hold up, this really happened? I'm like, what did Fred say?
I wish I could know what Fred said to make people that mad.
I want to know what he says. Like, he don't look like the kind of guy that would just say something dirty. Like, you know, he look like he say, "Oh man, your mama eat cheese off of a roasted bread with mold on it." He would say something stupid like that. Like, he look like he would say something mad corny.
Fred is saying something. I'm not sure. You know what's really funny? You know what I forgot to mention? Ebucom has came out and said he wished he would have started with the 49ers organization. Rams, I forgot to let y'all know about that. I found that intriguing.
That lets y'all know exactly how we run business out here versus the Rams. If a guy like Ebucom, who didn't even fulfill his potential on the Rams, that lets you know exactly who's the better coaching staff on each team. Because I remember you asked Homeboy who would he have between McVay and Kyle. Of course, he said McVay. He's such a homer. You know what I mean? But
I forgot to
be
mention
honest,
that
if we really want to break it down, if we really want to, if we really want to break it down, it's like how many quarterbacks did Sean McVay make look good, and how many did Kyle make look good?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to say.
Mm-hmm. and I want to see McVay come in and build a team from scratch and get to the NFC CG 2 out of 3 years, you know, with injuries everywhere. You know, that's Kyle's student. Anyway, hey fam, Howard, we got to go because we're gonna run out of time here, and I always appreciate you getting in here. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, now we'll check in, brother.
All right, fam. I was waiting on. Not Howard.
Hi, big dog.
Hi, fam. And hey, yo, Ellis. We're going to Tony. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening.
Good evening, Tony. Well, Tony, as you know, we're looking at just days before the preseason gets underway. It's getting so exciting. Can't wait. And, You know, we're watching. Tony, what does your defense look like opposed to your offense? This is the thing. I forgot to ask Marketing Pro about that as he was in here talking trash. The offense versus defense. This is that time of year when usually one or the other unit has an edge going on. And right now, as you know, the 49ers, our defense is looking vicious. But how's that going in Atlanta?
Defense looking good, Ronbo. Them young kids, those edge rushers we drafted, Abichetti and D'Angelo Malone, looking pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We did lose our nose tackle, our backup nose tackle, Vincent Taylor, to a torn Achilles. So we got, but we got this kid. Yeah. So, but that's our second string nose tackle. Our first string, Anthony Rush. Anthony Rushman started 3 fights in 3 days.
You know, some guys,
that,
I'm not needing medication because, you know, it's football. If you're going to get mad, you're going to get mad every day. I mean, I can't remember a day when I thought a hit was unnecessary. It was back in high school. I said, you know, you hit me like that again. We go take this equipment off and go back around the side of the building. Man, what the hell's wrong with you? You know? And now that's the start of the fire right there. And it grows, right? Now you dare him to do anything else.
Arthur Smith was happy about it in the press conference, and Dean Pease, our defensive coordinator, on Saturday went off on the media. Did you ask some questions? So, well, what do we look like being out there? You guys saying we're going to win 2 games, 1 game. He said, I was a defensive coordinator on a Super Bowl winning team with the Patriots. I had a playoff-ready team in Baltimore. What do you think I'm trying to build here? You think I'm here for my health? Ronbo, I loved it. I loved it.
Hey, it's easy to see the Falcons in the past have never laid low too long. So, yeah, I'm expecting things out of Atlanta soon, you know? So.
Yeah, and Ronbo, tough break for you guys. But you guys are going to be okay. I see Maurice Hurst. He's done for the season. Y'all going to torn bicep.
Yeah.
Y'all going to do an injury settlement with him probably, right?
Wow. I don't know what the story is. And somebody said that they might lay him on the shelf and see if he can heal up in case we need. But, you know, Hurst, he's just, I don't know, his body's just not. It might be time for him to just stop. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's the other. He just can't get it all together. He's a good football player, though.
Yeah. Armstead had a light knee sprain, and Hassan Ridgeway, a quad injury, light, not serious.
You know what? You're telling me something I didn't know about Ridgeway being. I've been waiting to see what he looks like. Okay, that's not good. See, that's why when you build that defensive line, that's why John Lynch goes all out to bring all the bodies he can. And Nimgichi, I heard he's been told to lighten up. So, you know, I'd rather have a guy be told to tone it down than can you pick it up, though. So.
Yeah. We're going to play a lot of our young guys next week. We go to Don Burr's house next Thursday.
Don's been quiet lately. I've not seen him pass through here, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
But Ronbo, it was good to see Raider Carlos in the chat the last couple times.
No, I see him poke in, and I've seen him a couple of times poking in and out. He leaves a little dig, and then he leaves.
I like Raider Carlos because we take jabs at each other and we laugh. I laugh at some of his stuff about me. He laughs at some of my stuff about him. So it's all good.
See, Tony, and since we're talking about Raider Carlos, what do the Raiders look like to you? You see, one thing I don't like the Raiders. I don't like the Hawks. But what I won't do is I won't disrespect a team just because I don't like them. Now, the Raiders look intimidating to me, and that's a pretty good lineup. Now, people say Derek Carr.
Yes, defensively, they've gotten better. Defensively.
They got better offensively, too. I mean, Darren Waller, Renfro, and now Devontae?
Yeah.
Do they still have that running back they got from Bama?
Yeah, but you know what they did? It was interesting with that. You know, he's still under his rookie contract, right?
Yeah.
They didn't. You know how that
fifth-year option
tender. They declined him, Ronbo. Yeah.
Oh, I read about that.
Like,
I remember that. Yeah.
Jacobs was nice too. They declined him, but they drafted Zamir White out of Georgia in the 4th round.
Oh, you know what they're doing? This is a cost cutting move. That's a good running back. I even know about him. You know.
Yep.
You know what worries me? And I don't mind admitting fear. The Raiders are going to be a tough contest. That's going to be tough.
That whole conference is going to be tough, Ronbo.
Yeah, there's no.
And I didn't know.
Go ahead. Because I was agreeing with you.
So there's no clear cut in that conference.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Indianapolis signed. They signed Nick Foles. He's backing up Matt Ryan. I'm like, well, I'll be Nick Foles.
Nick Foles has been roaming around the NFL. He's got a Super Bowl that he won. Foles is amazing.
It's funny, Ronbo, because Nick Foles beat Matt Ryan and my Falcons in the divisional round in 2017, the year after we went to the Super Bowl. When we were at the goal line and we couldn't get the ball to Julio, we lost 16 to 12.
They lost in the next round, though, didn't they?
No, Philly. They won. They beat the Vikings and went on to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's the year they did go and win the Super Bowl, yeah. Because they had a heartbreaking drop from, of all people. What's that long receiver that played in Philadelphia for a long time that dropped that ball that would have won the game for?
Alshon Jeffries.
Yeah, Alshon, yeah.
He's out of football.
Yeah. Well, you can't miss that pass.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, I've heard Niner by Nature was telling me in the chat the other night. I was giving your guy because I was looking at tape on Danny Gray. That dude is fast.
Yeah.
He said he's been dropping passes in camp. You know anything about that?
Yeah, well, I don't doubt it for a moment because I haven't been paying attention to Danny Gray. They're not talking about him that much. I haven't read all the dailies like I want to, but that was the mark on him before the 49ers drafted him. Also, Ray McCloud has become invisible. We'll I don't know. Maybe it's too crowded out there right now. We'll find out. Ray McCloud already has a job, though. They know he's going to be a return guy because I don't want to see BA returning anything.
Danny Gray, you bring them all slowly anyway, though, right? Because you got your top three receivers. He'll just be the number 4, right?
Yep. And Jawan Jennings, Ray McCloud. Danny Gray had a pretty good day today, though. But Jawan Jennings and Ray McCloud have been kind of quiet.
And I commented in the chat when Marketing Pro was talking to you. I said, dude, lay off the drugs. Talking about Stafford going to be MVP and all this. I said the only thing he's going to break Jameis Winston's record in interceptions, like you and I talked about last week.
I know. This is why.
Unbelievable.
But people talk about Stafford. Stafford got his real colors shown to him. When he came to the NFC West. He was throwing INTs in Detroit, but he was playing teams of a lesser quality. Now, he got away this year, and he threw the ball a lot. I give him credit for it. I can't take that away from him. But I said, I don't know. Stafford, he survived in a division where he was the only quarterback over there for Detroit and stayed over there. But I don't know if Stafford should be getting all the love he's getting.
But like we were trying to tell Rudy when you had us on that three-way, this is who he is. And Rudy, well, so what if he throws the ball 45 times?
I know, right?
Okay, throw 45. See what happens.
But that's McVay football.
Got lucky.
He loves it's same with before he left. He threw the ball all day too. It was nothing to see him throw 40 and 50 times. I said, you know what? They don't have a run game at all, I guess.
They got some backs, but they don't run them. But you got no balloon back there. Now that they're hyping that dude.
That's
the left tackle that's replacement.
That's Rudy.
Whitworth, no balloon. They are hyping that dude. I don't know why.
You know,
I don't know why.
I got to look into this. Maybe you already know, Tony. Did Jared Goff, his percentages, were they any worse or than Stafford?
Was who worse than Stafford?
Jared Goff. Because Jared Goff was out there slinging the rock 35, 40 times, too.
Stafford got a stronger arm.
Yeah, but you know what, though? What I'm talking about, though, is completion percentages and things like that. Stafford did look really good on occasions.
Might be a little better.
But he went
Stafford might be a little better.
Yeah, he went through a 4-game skid. I was laughing because I said, that's another pick 6. Last time I watched these guys, he threw a pick 6. And then I watched, There's another pick six. What's up with him in pick six? I mean, it was one thing about throwing INTs, but these are extremely bad. There was nobody over there but the defender.
You were trying to tell Rudy that, but he kept what he always does. Well, we're world champs.
I know.
This is another year. This ain't 2021. But keep thinking about 2021.
Let's see if he gets away with that this year. Stafford got away with a lot last year because the defense was on point.
Yep.
All right.
He's got some good receivers, but I don't think their offensive line gonna hold up. I really don't.
Yeah, lose Whitworth was huge.
And Tampa's in trouble, Ronbo. You know they replaced the one guard retired, Marpet, and then Alex Kappa signed with Cincinnati. So they had to replace two guards.
Whoa.
You know their center went down, right?
Yeah, he got early on. Yeah. Okay.
So that's your whole interior. How do you get to Brady? Through the interior.
That's exactly right. You got to do that. Tony, we're gonna go. I'll be back tomorrow though, and let's see what else develops around the NFL.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Hall of Fame weekend. Next week is week one of preseason.
That's right.
Tell your guys to take it easy, and I'll be telling mine to take it easy, and we don't want to get any more injuries.
Oh, it's such a thing. It means so much. All right, Tony. Have a great night.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
Looking forward to it. Night.
Hey.
And there's a Don Burr sighting. Them sorry-ass Niners, them sorry-ass Rams, all them MFers, roadkill come into this season. Eric.
Yeah, what's up, Bobo?
I can confirm that Don Burr does not like us. He put the MFers on us. But Eric, what thoughts have you collected here in the last 48 hours since we got the pads on? Deebo's been signed. We haven't talked since then. What are you thinking?
Well, I called in today, having a couple things in my mind, and then Trey completely took everything. I think it should be Patrick Willis that goes on the wall.
Okay, see that?
I know you don't want to put any
current players.
Yeah, I know you don't want to put any current players up there. And my suggestion right here, obviously, it probably won't happen, but I thought it'd be pretty cool if this might sound bad, but if you took down Montana and put Rice and then put Deebo right next to him, I thought that'd be pretty cool. But obviously, I know you don't want to put any current players up there, and you probably don't want to take down Montana, but I just thought that'd be pretty cool.
I know, because the thing is, Montana's like on the Bay Area Mount Rushmore. It'd be really kind of scary to take him down. But the right side, this side over my right shoulder, that I'm thinking I'm going to take a poll. I'm going to take a vote. The candidates are pretty much out there. Willis, I already told you about Willis a couple of weeks ago. Rice, of course, is always a no-brainer. Steve Young, Ronnie Lott's probably somebody you want to think about as well. Even John Taylor. We got a lot of 49er legends. Rams, unlike y'all, we got a lot of guys that I can put up there. I was thinking Joe representing offense, and if we're going to put up a defensive guy, man, Willis would definitely be. I like Willis. I don't know. It's a vote I want to do though, but I like your idea.
Yeah, he gives it a more, I think, a modern and older look. I think it would look really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my thoughts so far, through the preseason, I've been thinking a lot about the Jimmy situation. I know a lot of people are starting to get frustrated. Why isn't he gone yet? But I just think, why release him? Why release him now? He's going to go straight to Seattle. I think we all know this. Seattle is going to scoop him right up. They'll have time to prepare. First off, he's going to be for free, so the Niners don't get anything.
Yep.
On top of that, I think Seattle's going to get him on a cheaper deal.
Yep.
He's not going to be getting $26 million.
No.
And players, when they're typically paid at their value, they typically play better. We always see it. When players get their contracts, sometimes they take a step back. But when they're playing at their value, things change. So why give Seattle the advantage of a player who knows the offense, going to play for cheap, and they get him for free? And on top of that, if you release him now, he has time to prepare for Niners Week 2.
And
I think a lot of people forget.
Number one.
I think a lot of people forget the last week of the preseason is August 25th. There's 17 days before Week 1. It's not, week 3 and then the next week is week 1. There's 17 days. So the Niners have all of training camp preseason to wait for a quarterback to go down, or maybe the Giants see that Daniel Jones sucks ass. Maybe then the Giants start calling. But I think ultimately Jimmy will be released. I think it's just they don't want to release him now because why the hell give him to Seattle right now? I think he will end up going to Seattle. That's the point. They just don't want Seattle having him right now.
But you know what's really bizarre about that? Jimmy has no problem with none of this. He was out talking to reporters today over in the side field area. I was thinking, this whole Jimmy 49er situation is bizarre. I've never seen anything like this. So,
it's extremely, it's awkward in all honesty. I mean, Jimmy's just watching his team is out there practicing without him. It's kind of weird,
And no problem. I mean, if I'm Jimmy, I don't need to come out there. Why? So it's a strange thing.
Yeah, it really is. Who knows? Maybe he was looking for attention. Maybe he's trying to get the national media to look at him, saying, "Hey, I'm ready to go. Somebody come get me." I don't know,
but you need to play for people to get that kind of a reaction. So if you're not even practicing or anything like that, which he isn't, he just threw today. You got a lightweight report about that. But other than that, I'm not sure what the point is. Other than what you just said about they don't want him going to another team and helping him out.
Yeah, but they did clear him for practice. He's just not practicing because the Niners are ultimately he's not going to be on the team. I think that's what the hell's going on is the Niners are not going to have him, so why have him practice? What if he gets hurt? And then he's nothing basically. And on top of that.
Eric, at the same time, then you've shot yourself in the foot if you're trying to trade him because everybody knows you're going to release him. Well, I mean, they expose their hand.
That's why they don't gotta say it because everyone's asking why don't the Niners just say it? But why would they say it when they're trying to trade him? Why would you go out and say, "Oh, we're gonna release Jimmy Garoppolo ultimately," but you're actively trying to trade him?
Actively, I really wish I'd like to know if the 49ers are making any calls. And if they're fielding any calls. I think
that's what I mean. Like obviously, he's on the trade block.
Well, he has been for months. See, but now the thing is, it's weird now. Niners, just let him go. You're not going to get. Nobody's going to give you anything. But like you're saying, if he goes to Seattle, then he has plenty of time to prepare for the season. Now, if it's on, but Jimmy's not going to be able to throw completely at full strength for another a month probably. So it's really a strange situation.
Yeah, and there was another thing during the week. Obviously, today the Fred Warner and Brandon Ayuk thing happened. And this whole thing kind of already happened. Ayuk did say Fred Warner was annoying the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred did say he called him out and said, hey, I'm choosing you because I want you to take the next step. And Ronbo, I think today, maybe I'm thinking too deep into this, but I think today was intentional by Fred Warner because obviously I think, the Fred and Brandon Ayuk thing happened where the first fight happened. And Fred is not the type of player to be doing that, knocking players down, doing that, all that. What if he was trying to call out Brandon and say, hey, step up for your guys because we're shitting on the offense. Go out there and step up for them. And that's kind of what he did.
It looked like it. Steve, Eric, we got to go, though. Excellent point. There's a lot of things that are hard to understand that are going on right now. Jimmy's situation, Fred leveling that kid today. Fred, what was that? Why'd you do that? It's really strange. Well, anyway. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right.
I'll catch you later.
All right, Eric. Looking forward. And split differences. Hey, Frank Gore for the wall. Show that. Split. I threw his name into the plot as well. I did. I love that idea. And there's Rowan Chakravarti of 49ers Web Zone. One of my favorite writers. Rowan, come on in, man.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Rowan, man, I was looking at your breakdown today. It was so elaborate that I couldn't find a way to use it today. By the way, if you haven't checked out Rowan, he broke down today's workout. Rowan's got every matchup one-on-one and everything else. It's a great read. Do check it out. 49ers Web Zone, Rowan, R-O-H-N, Ravarthi. Ron, you know what? Give me some insights, Ron, on what's going on out there, man.
Yeah, so I mean, again, I was out there at training camp today. Today was actually a really good day for both sides, I'd say. I mean, I'm not trying to be too optimistic ever, right? I try to call it as I see it. There were, but I have to admit, the offensive line, especially in the first half of practice during the first scrimmage session, looked really good.
All right.
And when you read my practice report tomorrow morning, where I break down all 65 plays on the of 11 on 11s, because today was an extended practice, there were 60
because people wouldn't behave. Yeah.
Yeah, there were 68 total plays in today's practice. You'll see like so many times in that first session, great protection. And the issue in days past hadn't necessarily been everybody was failing. It's just out of the 5, there was always one rep where one offensive lineman just couldn't one offensive lineman couldn't win his rep, and that was causing the disruption. Today, though, all 5 offensive linemen at times could hold their ground, and a couple of the sacks were covered sacks. It was just because receivers weren't getting open downfield. But overall, it was a strong day for the offense. Trey Lance threw 10 of 16 today. There was 1 throwaway on his incompletion and 2 batted passes. So those were 3 of his 6 incompletions, which is a sign of positivity. And the other important thing is Lance completed passes to all aspects of the field. Normally, you've seen Lance really target deeper than shorter, but Lance showed well in the short game today. A lot of his passes were under 10 yards. And yeah, it's not that big of an accomplishment to some, but to me, that was where Lance was struggling the most, his accuracy in the short and intermediate range. So to see growth in that aspect, as well as continue to push the ball downfield, 25-yard catch to Deebo, to Ayuk, 20 to Deebo, 20 to Kittle, like pushing the ball to all 3 aspects was really nice today from Lance. The offense was finally moving a little bit, although there was no red zone work.
Was there any running back activity out there? Because
there was a lot
about them running behind the offensive line. There was.
Yeah, so yesterday your concern was completely fair, right? About the offensive line. Yesterday, there was a struggle in the interior where you saw a lot of 0, 1, and 2-yard runs along the interior offensive line, and that's an issue, right? There was a lot of good outside runs, but struggling on the interior. Today was not that. The offensive line finally faced some cohesion. Daniel Brunskill got a majority of the first-team reps. He appears to be the lock starter as of today, in my opinion at least. He got 80% of the starting reps, and the 49ers looked, at center that is, and the 49ers looked like the best they've looked offensively on the offensive line while run blocking. When you read my report tomorrow morning breaking down the 11 on 11s, you'll see a lot of 5-yard runs, 6-yard runs, and the running backs had lanes. These running backs are talented. You just need that initial lane so that they can make their cut and get the 6-yard run. That was what I saw. Trey Sermon had a phenomenal day today, his best day of practice. He's looked really explosive, and he's looked quick, decisive, and he's cutting only once. He's not trying to run horizontally. He's running downfield a lot more. Yeah. Exactly. He was trying to dance too much last year, probably thought he'd get given a role, and now he's looking better. He's looking like a true running back, and he's the clear running back too, in my opinion, so far.
Okay. Now, let's see, because Elijah Mitchell's probably already the signed in as one, and then of course who's going to back him up? Davis Price. What did you think about him today?
I thought he had a rough day in a way today. There were some good reps, but overall, I didn't see him win too much in one-on-one action. And then when you came to the actual running game, he had a couple of nice runs, a strong finish to the day, including a nice 15-yard screen pass where he weaved through in space, cutting left, right. It was a nice play by Davis Price, but he also fumbled a pitch to the outside. And there were some times where Davis Price, in the beginning at least, looked overwhelmed. On the plays where Davis Price was good in the beginning, it was more so because of the run blocking rather than him. But over the second half of the day, maybe in the last quarter of practice, Davis Price had a variety of good plays. And so he's looked all right. I still would say Sermon has looked better. And maybe even you can make the argument that Jordan Mason has looked better at times. But Tyrone Davis Price is growing. Yeah. And Tyrone Davis Price, though, is growing, and I think he'll be fine overall. once he just kind of gets a little more acclimated in this environment.
And that's, can you imagine, though, these guys coming out of college, coming in with a bunch of grown men that have been doing this for a while. I can't imagine what that feels like. That's why and Aaron Banks, earlier, Steven said Aaron Banks looked like he was lost out there. I didn't get down through your entire report because it's a long report as to how Aaron did on his one-on-ones and anything else. How did Aaron look?
Aaron was interesting today. So if I pull up his one-on-one reps, he didn't necessarily win a lot. The one thing that I saw from Aaron Banks in the one-on-one reps was he was struggling to anchor. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of power rushing coming into him. And so you need to, even if you get pushed back initially, you need to set down, set your feet, and be able to hold even if it's 2 yards back. And he was struggling to do that a little bit. But overall, in the scrimmage, at least, he looked fine. He didn't necessarily give up many big plays. I thought Aaron Banks has looked good so far overall in practice. He was also a pretty solid run blocker today alongside, obviously, it's nice when you work with Trent Williams, but I thought he was fine at run blocking today. That interior, like I said, was less clogged up than yesterday for sure. And so Banks as well continues to improve. I think he has been one of the better interior offensive linemen for the 49ers so far, if not the best. But it's just he's got to be a little more consistent, right, with those pass protection reps, because that was his strength before. He slimmed down a little bit, gained a little more. He looks a little more fit. And so now I want to see, can that translate in one-on-one reps particularly?
It's got to, because we need him badly to at least be Laken Thompson efficient. Rohan, great stuff. We always run the clock quickly with you. That's why I don't say anything more than I have to. I want to hear everything you got to say. Tell you what, though, I'll be back tomorrow and read your report as soon as it comes in.
Yes, sir. Ton of content tomorrow. Thank you, obviously, for having me on. And have a great night, man.
Thanks, Rohan. You too. There he goes. Rohan Chakravarthy. He does 49er Web Zone. As you said, Rohan's out on the field. He's taking reports. And that's, Rohan just gives you the real deal. He doesn't put a lot of his own opinion in. He just writes it as it happened. That's, Hey. Is that Tony? It's Tony Tone. Tony.
Ronbo.
Well, Tony, we've turned into an MMA club as well as an NFL team, and that was one of the fun things of the day. And
it's one of the necessary evils.
Oh yeah, you got to have. You can always judge a man by his appetites. You can always judge a man by his emotional levels as well, which is really funny. That applies to so many things in life, and I guess Fred Warner is a man who doesn't really respect a man to the point where he's going to be afraid of him on any particular aspect of anything. So I have a feeling he knew he was intimidating Brandon Ayuk. I really do think he did that on purpose.
Well, he's already been grilled. For those who didn't watch, he's already been grilled by the media on that question. And he did come out and say, I'm doing it on purpose because I want these guys battle ready, battle tested, and by me talking smack to Brandon Ayuk, that means I have to bring it. If he burns me, then I'm going to look like an idiot, all right? And it's not worth nothing. So he said, I want to bring out the best in the kid. I believe he can take a step up, and it's all love because it's just me wanting to get these guys ready for battle.
That's a leader. That's a real leader, Rudy.
That's it. He's a captain.
Tony, that's a real leader who gets his guys. It's just tough love. You don't like it, then do something about it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And like you said, I'm the one talking smack, so I've got to bring it. I can't let him beat me. Otherwise I'm the one that looks like a fool. Mm. But there is some demons that are still fighting with me, Ronbo.
Which are?
And I can't get them out of my head. And it's the two most important positions on the park, and that's center and quarterback. And the demons that I've got is that, make no mistake, I'm not worried about 3/4 of the league, Ronbo. All right. What I'm worried about is if our guys can go through the O-line, I'm worried about the top 5. And every team in the competition knows that the 49ers are a threat and they can make it to the Super Bowl. This has got nothing to do with Trey's ability or prowess or leadership. It's just me being afraid of people having conversations in locker rooms and coaches going, get the quarterback.
Yeah, well,
right?
he's going to be a marked man, so
to,
you're right about that.
He's going to be a marked man, and if he gets some 300-pounder, if they succeed in getting some dude to land on him, even if he gets ejected out of the bloody game and gets him injured, we're a battleship dead in the water.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't. Sudfeld, I saw him today, and I said, oh, my God.
You know, until I see Trey come out of a game with a top-tier, top 5 defense, those demons are going to remain with me.
Yeah. No, it's legitimate, too, because there's some things he hasn't seen yet that he's going to see, and it's going to be in violent fashion. So, yeah, you're talking about headhunters, and they're out there, and they're going to mess with his psyche. Every DC is going to say, all right, listen, we're going to welcome that kid to the NFL today, fellas. And they're going to get, they get all fired up now. Here we go. So, but we'll see.
And the center position, I can't believe that some people were saying, why are they rotating the players in the center? Well, they don't grow on trees. If one goes down, we need the spare one.
Yep.
You know? So, and, Shanahan's, predicated off all the calls and things off the center. So, if you take out Tom Brady, the Bucks are dead. If you take out Kermit the Frog, the Chiefs are finished. If you take out Trey Lance, the 49ers are done. So they're my demons. But, as I said, the way I would combat it is probably get him to do a 10-step drop back so you can see everything. He's got a cannon for an arm.
And Tony, I talked about this weeks ago. I said, I don't know why the 49ers paid. Though you can't really find a guy. When I look at who's backing him up now, there's nobody out there worth a damn that's going to be a backup. That's why he is a backup. So if Nick Sudfeld comes in, you're gonna see all of us are going to be, oh man, maybe. Can we get the report on Trey? How long is it going to be? That's all we're going to be talking about until oh man.
I don't want to hear that, Ronbo. I don't want to hear it. But make no mistake about it, all right? If we don't think that there's coaches out there that are going to walk up to a defensive player in the locker room and say, we need to disable the 49ers and we can do it quite easily because they don't have any backup. If we get this kid, all right, I know it sounds unsportsmanlike and things like that, but we don't hear what goes on behind closed doors.
Oh.
And your job today is to take down the quarterback and disable the 49ers, which will give us a chance to go into the playoffs. Don't do it.
I know. Tony, you remember the scandals in New Orleans, right? When that coach was putting bounties out on that happens. And the people that aren't getting, they're still doing it, they're just not getting caught.
Well, something I heard, there was some whispers going around that, was it the Dolphins are getting fined?
Yeah. They were meddling. They were like tampering, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's right. They interviewed Brady and somebody else when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah. So.
But I won't be able to relax until we play a top-tier team and Trey comes out of there without a scratch.
And see if our offensive line commits like crazy to make sure those guys don't get in. So.
Yeah, because he's our guy now, and and when we do play a top-tier team and he comes out unscathed, I'll let out a big sigh of relief. And big shout out to Trez. I like the way that guy's football mind thinks. I would do exactly what he said. Get all the rookies, put them out there. At least that way, whoever gets injured, you know what you're left with and you know where to go from there.
Absolutely. Well, Tony, Well, I mean, I agree with everything you've said tonight. We'll tell you what, I want to see you tomorrow too. Since
all right, brother. Shout out to everyone, and see you in the next chapter.
Always appreciate you getting here, Tony. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Yes, Tony, all the way down in Oz, getting back in here all the time. And fam, really appreciate you. And thanks for the contributions tonight. We're gonna go ahead and slide on out of here, and please don't forget to subscribe. I like subscriptions, and also hit that like. I'll be back tomorrow as we keep an eye on the 49ers camp out in Santa Clara. Have a great night, fam. Niners! I look forward to doing that. Get out of here, Rudy. Go home.